in the other room to go make coffee. They're in this apartment, so I'm like sneaking around or whatever. There's like a big fucking empty glass bottle right on the floor. I hit with my foot, and it just makes the fucking loudest noise, and like clearly woke everybody up in the house. It's just that thing where you're like, fuck me.
Yeah, that sucks.
Okay, so basically we
You
are in
Typing.
I haven't done it.
Some-
No, I haven't done
sort
all
of
my
like
macros.
typing tornado. The party basically made their way through the rest of the dungeon. You guys sort of had like a the party was split up by a wall master. Thorindel was sort of separated from the group for long periods of time, and Gar also was abducted and brought to parts unknown. But despite the very long, difficult showdown, the party managed on defeating the challenges and even rescuing both. Oh yeah, so I wanted to point that out. There was like a side chamber that Drew was like, I want to make a point of going in there, and I was trying to rush us. I can't be bothered to go look at her name, but I think Valtora was also in there unconscious, and you managed to rescue two of them. Eventually,
There is
you
a
made
god.
your way to the central chamber where Lady Sahira appeared to be responsible for what had happened. And she had Charles Delaney and Samin in tow. Sahira sort of went on like a little bit of a rant before carving into a large crystalline shape that seemed to bestow upon her some sort of like white light. And she used this power to twist Delaney into some mutant form.
Mutants!
And we'll get right into it. We're gonna redo an ish. Oh, one thing I forgot to point out, when Sahira carved into the light, she Edward, you also feel that like strength that you've had down here leave you, like that extra sort of energy that's been filling you passes after she.
Are you scared I'm gonna control Twisted Delaney?
I mean, it's a
No,
bit of
no,
a spoiler, but no, none of them are undead. So.
Really? What the fuck? I guess I. What? How?
But they're definitely evil.
You've got a nice echo there.
Gar has an echo?
No, his name is Russell.
I don't know who you're talking about.
All right, it's Gar.
I don't know who you're
He's
talking.
100%. He's 100%.
Well, that's a good
Demo.
start for the night.
Told you guys, fuck, 5:30 to 10:30, there is no Russell. Only Gar.
Only Zool.
Seriously though, is there an echo? Or
Yes.
Is it okay.
No,
No,
I think
you're
it's
fine.
right, Russell.
I'm the Keymaster.
You guys don't hear the echo?
Oh, I never logged into roll 20. That'd probably
No.
be helpful.
Huh.
It's honestly just you.
You know what? I think we're in Discord.
You're in
together,
Discord.
Bagel.
Use push to talk, bro. Alright. Sorry.
You guys are
That's
fucking Discord.
we fixed it. Yeah, we do our own side thing on Discord. We're just Gar and Les just talk.
We just
You guys are
also already
fast.
over here.
we have our secrets.
Gar and Let's Just Talk, aka we play StarCraft.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Can you shift click us there, Beard?
Get those mutants, buddy.
Yo, swarm.
What are you
Nat
talking?
one.
That's funny.
Alright, let's have nice, quick, concise turns. This doesn't take too long.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm tired of Beard's adventure.
Wow.
I
Or
know,
we can have-
right?
long drawn out turns, so
Let's fucking
Benzel
murder
doesn't
these
have to-
assholes.
So Benzel doesn't have to go. Oh, in that case.
We rolling an ish? To start?
Yes.
Was that what people are doing?
He asked for it.
Yeah.
Why don't you respect him?
God has no concept.
Normally how a battle
Still
starts.
you speak of. He just strikes.
Gorian,
Uh,
I typed it, but you may not have been paying attention. But remember the buffs that Les gave you, okay?
Oh yeah, thank you.
No problem.
So,
Wait, who's that chick behind that dude?
Oh, that is Samine the Blackwood.
it's Lord Venton's
Take my
sister.
Blackwood.
Wait, what? I'm confused.
She was supposed to be
Zelda.
there, but he didn't have a token. She was always there.
Right.
So correct me if I'm wrong. Are one of these girls the one that
Yeah,
gave
shit.
all of us the corruption powers?
Yeah, I'm gonna correct you because that is wrong. They gave you the
Okay.
corruption powers.
From the Matt's Adventure.
I was like some little anime girl.
Yeah, I
No,
don't-
she did not also give anybody powers. She just opened the
Actually,
portal.
I'm gonna need to start rolling acrobatics. Alright, so this is to move through fucking homeboys.
So fuck you,
threatening
Virtuous,
square.
just a stupid anime girl.
Was she not? Sorry,
What?
who?
No.
When you say homeboy, you're gonna have to be a little more specific.
He's
this
talking to the
Lord
black guy.
Benton's transformed.
Oh,
Benton.
Charles Delaney. He does. I do
Or
think that you can see
Oh.
the name. Oh no, you can't.
No,
I
dude.
can't.
All I see is homeboy
Smart
underneath
ass.
it.
So that is insufficient.
Alright,
You
so I take his attack. I was just going like past his.
You could have just said
So,
he missed, but
It was
insufficient.
an attack opportunity.
sort of as Samine or Sahira rather steps forward and places her hand on Delaney's back, his flesh begins to twist and coil, and very quickly his flesh becomes liquid as he twists shape into this nightmarish figure. As everyone sort of like takes a moment, and I believe Edward like yells out in protest. Sveltna, you begin to roll forwards, and suddenly a large tendril rips out from Delaney's form and lashes at you.
There's definitely like, because I rolled nat 1 on Inish, I assume Edward is stunned. Like, no, my only friend is turned into a monster. I don't have any other friends.
That's the hit.
10 damage.
Then we start moving through the blonde elves space.
Oh, damn it! Wait, I wanted to shield the other you, but
28 is successful.
Attack.
well, there's not going to be any buffs. For so-
That's the nat 1. That is a fumble, so I would like you to roll again to see if you get a crit fumble, please.
Bye, Sveltna.
Oh, you're
That
good.
is, yeah. So, don't you fall prone, however, if you fail your
You sure do.
acrobatics, or no?
That's it. That's if I fail the check to move through them.
But you did for Delaney, didn't you? That's why you
That
got
was to
attacked.
that was to avoid his attack of opportunity while I was moving past him.
Okay. All right, we're good. So in that case, you charge forward. You're lashed by a monstrous tendril from the twisted Delaney as you move forward, and Sahira sort of examines you coolly as you roll beside her, and she deftly maneuvers away from your blade as you lunge past her.
Okay. I'm just gonna
Andy.
attack with my standard.
Okay.
Well-
Yeah.
And he has his own initiative. Interesting.
23.
23 is a hit.
So would I get like Drew? Do I get sneak attack on her since I'm ahead of her in the initial?
It's not real. You would be if there's a surprise round, but there's no surprise round. You know what I mean? Like she's aware of you.
Right.
Like generally that's how it works. If there's a surprise round, I doubt it.
All right. So 11 damage.
I'm pretty sure even if it's regular combat, you still get as long as you go before them.
That's what I thought I understood
Okay.
about the rule.
Yeah, you can go ahead.
Do it.
Do it.
So 21 damage.
Okay. So, stepping behind her, you cleave the greatsword into her back, and as you connect, it actually feels like you hit something very heavy that is clearly not flesh underneath her skin. She recoils away from you, but she very like slowly, sort of keeping this like air of dignity, begins to stand and turns her attention to Samin. Edward, you suddenly feel your connection to Andy dropping because you don't have enough HD to control him anymore.
Oh, fuck. Andy, no.
So he's gonna rip a will save.
Downfall
Fuck,
of
I was gonna
necromancers.
send him to a thing.
Edward, you're more trouble than you're worth.
So Edward, you can tell like how much HD does he have? 7. It's up
Yeah.
to you.
Oh,
so it's
no.
He, however, like this turn, just you recognize that you do not maintain control of him anymore. You see it sort of like staggers to the side, but on this action, he is unable to do anything this turn. Thrindill.
Lost control of Andy, guys. He's dangerous.
I've been
Okay,
saying
I
that.
don't
all
have,
along, fucking said.
I'm so glad
I
that.
don't have vision, it appears.
That's
That
odd.
or something.
I mean, I
Yeah,
didn't change any of the
I thought
tokens.
so,
So.
too.
Surprise, you're blind.
Well, it's saying that I'm having a connection issue with the 20, so I don't know if that has something
Yeah,
to do with
you're
it. or-
You're
choppy
robot,
AF.
yeah. You're choppy AF.
In that case, use your
I think you have some bad
imagination.
internet.
Hey, here, I'll save you the trouble. Should I just drop
If you
Aqueous
do
over
like a
all
if you
of
do
them?
like a rook's movement, then you'll be right in front of Andy.
I do
Why-
have
I would just want to
Brock
move up.
sword, so I'll cast that. Yeah, no, I will do that with the Aqua Sword. I'll cast that.
Okay.
I'll roll a spellcraft. Start. Okay.
He gave you a
Really
total of 0,
roll
which I
20
can't believe was possible.
broken.
Yeah, this nigga just
Yeah,
rolled a 0.
Yeah, I don't
Does that
know.
mean the dice
what's
went out the
going on
table?
here.
It means it is
Well.
perpetual.
Give me a second.
That was unexpected.
Success.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. This is weird.
Hey, you
So,
damn
yeah,
internet,
just-
Bill.
Yeah, I'll just drop
Knock
a.
absorb and move it up to be sucking people up for reflex 20.
So I suppose the question is, are you grabbing Samin as well? Samin hasn't done anything. She's just been she appears to be either like.
I thought I saw her put her hand on Delaney, and she like transformed him. Or
No, Sahira did. Samin's
Oh.
just sort of standing there
Yeah.
confused. The
Trap
Aqua
her
I
up, or I'm gonna cut her
won't
head off.
until I see her. I will. Oh, really? Wow.
I don't know, maybe.
I
Find
was
out.
gonna see if she attacked, but I guess I'll grab her if she's in.
Benzel, you sound like a Daft Punk song.
I mean, it's not like
Yeah.
she's been standing there going, "Help me."
Yeah, she's
But, like,
obviously
how does she look? Does she look like a combatant?
looks like a
Does she...
bitch.
No, she's just sort of
Well, I
standing
mean,
there,
from the-
clearly
She
like
look like a bitch.
Are
unsure
her eyes
of what's
moving?
happening.
Or...
Uh,
Like, are they
they're open. It's kind of hard to tell exactly what sort of condition she's in without like examining her more closely.
Les will do that.
Oh yeah, sure.
Kind of far away to do that.
I'll
The
get
The
my
third
chance.
wife spot is open again.
True say. Well, that was Stalt. That's for
so
Stalt
so
now.
what do they make against Aqua's Orb? It's a bunch of reflex saves.
Reflex.
They make 2. One,
Jesus.
the first one for the damage, the second one to get grabbed.
Okay, so first Sahira has 23.
That's a pass.
pass.
It's DC 20.
Okay. Samin just gets sucked into it. She doesn't resist.
That's my kind of.
Spendable asset?
That's it.
Laney.
I just didn't want to say it.
So if she fails on the first save, she takes 2d6 on lethal.
Okay. Actually, this will be interesting. Nice. Okay, so as she is pulled into it, you suddenly see, like, it doesn't appear that she resists getting pulled into it whatsoever, but once inside, you see her sort of swirling about and suddenly is, like, fighting against the current. It appears as though, like, whatever was happening to her seems to pass, and she begins to sort of, like, regain her senses.
Nothing like a
Lane.
magical bucket to the face.
Yeah, really.
Water bucket.
Delaney, I rolled the non-lethal for you because I figure you're still doing your thing.
Yeah, it's. I don't know what's going on.
You sound a bit
and
better.
Delaney is pulled inside.
Aquazor for the win.
I guess the fight's over. Leslie.
Well, Andy's still dangerous.
Yeah, that's annoying. I'm
Sakura
annoyed.
Sakura wasn't pulled in either. She's still good to go.
Les is gonna huck a bomb at Sahira's face.
Okay.
Oops, I wasn't scrolled down
Google.
enough. So it's 14. Actually, no, sorry, it's 16 touch attack and 13 fire damage.
Okay.
And I should have done a blinding bomb, but I forgot. So what are you gonna do?
So the flames erupt over her as she sort of like pushes through the attack. Sort of like looking, turning to appraise Seltna for a moment. She 5-foot steps over to the crystal as she begins to maneuver, and Sveltna, you can see her eyes appraising you as though you were like a courtesan that she was looking at for her own pleasure, as she begins to sort of sidestep her razor blade held to her side as she steps over to the large crystal, and as she does so, she holds her hand upwards and appears as though she is about to incant a spell. But as you sort of flinch and get ready for it, she actually punches into the crystal, which suddenly erupts into a massive explosion of dark energy. So I want
That's not
everybody
good.
in here to roll reflex saves.
Is it evil dark energy?
That does matter, actually.
What?
Yes.
Did he say yes? I just didn't hear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yay! +2, everybody.
I think I'm okay.
Sorry, just looking for my reflex macro. Well, there you are. So I got 14.
So it appears as though Gorgon passed got an at 20, and
So you
Svelna
got
passed.
25.
So everybody takes 22 except for Svelna, who takes 11, and
That's a lot of damage.
who takes none. 22 cold damage, if it matters.
Jesus Christ.
Delaney is trapped inside the orb. So Thurindel, do you want to roll his damage?
Turn. Okay, yeah. Just a moment. 2d6.
Is it an evil aqueous orb?
And oh, look at that! Now he gets saved. So is he the only one in the orb?
So is Samin.
Oh no, there's more people.
Yeah, sorry, I can't. I don't know why, but I can't get a token out of Aqueous Orb. Don't know why.
Well, well, well.
Oh,
So apparently, my
orbs might be on a
intention
different layer.
of it's on the token layer. I don't know. Apparently, my strategy of trying to choose bosses that have high reflex save is for naught because he's still trapped inside. So he can still attack, however, is what we determined. Yes.
Yep.
No.
Okay. In that case, he will try to grab the closest target, Edward.
Edward's in a bit of a trouble, so what I'm going to do is do a 5-foot step in this direction.
What?
It's not really your turn.
You can do that when it's not your turn?
Oh, I'm sorry. You said Edward, and I wasn't paying attention.
Okay.
At least he owns it now.
So apparently you can't attack Edward, or you'll just hear his name. So shit, I said it again. I move away.
Yeah, every time you tell my name, I get a turn. That's the new rules. So, are you? If you're asking, is 32 a hit? Well, you don't need to.
So that is 10 damage,
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
and he gets 2 more attacks.
Well, I guess Edward's dead.
You mean Deadward?
That is a
19
miss.
a hit,
Nope.
and 25.
Yes.
For another 8.
Well,
so
I have 1 HP.
a tendril lashes out from the orb, and Edward, as you are pulled towards the mass, this monstrous figure begins to crush your torso as it is sort of whipped about inside this watery orb that it seems unable to control itself within. Gar.
All right. Gar will make a 5-foot step and smite evil on Sahira using
Okay.
a full attack action.
Okay.
Arate will end you, woman. Those are both +4. So it's a 21 and a 20.
Richie will tell you a new one.
Okay. Yeah, they're both hits.
All right, and these are. Is she an outsider or anything like that?
No.
Outsider.
No.
Okay, so these are just +5 damage. So 16 damage and 19 damage.
Ouch.
And that's the end of my turn.
Okay, so as the two arrows hit deeply into her flesh, she staggers away, but you see no blood come from the wounds as she staggers backwards. Edward.
Well, so here's what I will do. I will move away,
Good call.
and I will cast False Life.
Okay. Are you gonna overcharge or anything? Or
I don't think so. I'll play it safe. And I get 6 fake HP.
Oh, roll a concentration check, please.
Okay. Concentration check. 16.
So what level spell is False Life?
Wait, what did I roll? I rolled a 6. Damn it, that's shit. False Life is a level 2 spell.
Okay. So first you take 2 non-lethal damage, which I
And
believe knocks you conscious.
Unconscious, yes.
So as you begin to lift your hands to cast a spell, you find that the energy crackles in your hand, and suddenly there's this loud like snapping and popping of power as you finish the spell. You find yourself get dizzy and collapse onto the ground.
And, well, that was me, guys. Da-da-da-da-da.
Oregon.
I'm sad you have to make a new character, but I'm not sad that Edward's gone.
I'm not dead.
Oh wait, I'm gonna coup de grace
Gorgon,
you.
finish this off, Edward.
Thank you.
Okay.
It's the only humane thing to do. Gorgon hits Andy with a Alchemist Fire. 27.
Like, oh, this is his name now.
Okay.
What's worse, my typing or that?
8 fire damage.
Well, that's me opening a bag of s'mores Chips Ahoy cookies, so that's amazing.
That actually is so good.
So
the,
Andy is on fire.
The flames hit the creature and
Oh,
begin
man.
to burn it as you see it begins to regain its senses and begins to turn towards the group. I can't help but feeling like we missed someone's turn, but I guess not. It's Sveltna.
I'm going to drop 3 charges on my healing build. And then I'm going to move through her space. Uh, 16
How do you guys?
versus AC.
16 is a fail. Does not pass her AC.
Do you picture her like
Nice.
rolling past her, like ducking under her legs? Like, how does she do that? It's pretty cool.
So you get to attack again, yes.
No, because the healing belt would have been my standard action.
Okay. Andy, who is on fire. Turns its attention to Thorindel. And lunging across the floor, heads towards the undefended elf.
I like to think Andy is a conscience now, and even though he does bad deeds, he feels bad about it.
Yeah, it's a hit.
I like to think I'm not an alcoholic.
It does 10 damage as its black talons lance into Thorindel's body through his robes. This sort of like flaming hand creature staggering towards him.
We actually predicted that this was going to happen, didn't we?
Yep.
Yeah.
That was
Does
Gorgon's main
Thorindel take
concern.
fire damage?
No, I'm not gonna get it. That would be neat though. Thorndale.
Turn the
Thringle.
lights on fire and burns to death.
Yay!
This is what the Jews felt like.
Jesus.
Well, some of them. The others got gassed.
Or any
Fair.
any other person who's been burned. You could have said like a monk.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that's
but they
too
do that to
soon.
themselves.
No. They're fighting against a corrupt system.
Or are you still trying to get
Oh, is it
control?
my turn?
Yeah,
Oh,
God.
Yeah.
Apologies. I'm sorry.
The opposite of the Edward problem. Say your name and you don't know it's your turn.
I will.
Wait, Beard, is it my turn?
5 foot step. This way, I guess.
How did Gar get so
I
hurt?
will move the Aqueous Orbin to grab Andy.
To grab Andy? Okay.
Ooh, you're gonna grab the grabber.
I have a question. Didn't we come in here at full health? How is Gar so injured?
And then
No, I
continue
was
to
not
move
full health.
Oh
Can
no.
get full
the
heals.
orb
You-
away.
Old.
I did have a fire on Andy, which was going to cause the DOT.
Good thing it's my turn.
Okay, just letting you know.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck happened to Aqueous Orb that it's just gone. But like it's
I
not
don't
even in my
know.
fucking library anymore.
Yeah, it seems a
which
few
is-
pictures.
Oh, you know
deleted
what?
it.
I wonder if it has something to do with deleting all of my stuff.
Say good. Yeah, it
That's probably
seems
what it
some pictures got deleted, like Yang's picture.
Who?
Very
Do you
weird.
still have your summons?
I mean, it doesn't
I think-
matter, but
Benzel did it.
Fuck
Um,
Yang.
Yeah.
Minute now.
well,
Just
Because I
imagination that
my
Aqueous Orb
entire-
is there.
Oh, there, that one worked. Weird.
So Andy is pulled into the orb and is stuck in there.
he only deserves this.
And then I'll continue moving the orb away from the
Okay.
rest of the 30 feet. I don't know how far it was. something
Yeah,
like
they
that.
were here, so like 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, I believe.
No, because I took a 5 foot step, right? So
Oh, okay. So it would have been like here. So, okay, sure. Let's see.
Yeah, okay. Whatever, bro. Leslie would like to go out to 5 foot step. And he will drink a cure light wounds. Bloop. 6 HP. It was worth it. And I guess that's all I can do, right?
Okay.
Actually, you know what? Instead of a
Uh,
5 foot step, I'm gonna move in front of Frindle.
Okay. So
I've
here,
I've got a
5
high AC right now, so
5 foot steps away from Sveltna, and you see sort of these Sveltna's the wounds on her body. You notice like there's like she has flesh, and it's not like she's like dead or decrepit underneath, but she doesn't appear to be bleeding at all. And as she steps away from you, you see her reach into her robe, and she says, "Perhaps under different circumstances, I would be willing to stay and play, but I didn't spend all of this time to simply waste a new body on combat with the fools who helped release me in the first place. So you can take this as a thank you." And she withdraws a scroll from her pouch and begins to incant something. And as she finishes, you see this twisting black and emerald energy begin to cover her body and seems to tear away at her, making her transparent until she vanishes.
do they all leave or just her?
Just her.
Not much of a thank you, bitch.
The thank you was our lives.
No, Twisted Delaney's gonna murk us.
Yeah.
No, murk the rest of you. Smoke bomb.
Who's it attacking?
To get out. He's trying to get out of the orb.
Yeah.
Okay.
Take a minute
20
now.
is what you need to be.
Okay. So suddenly this form staggers out of the orb, and as it collapses, it turns its attention to your group, and Twisted Delaney suddenly lunges forward and full attacks Leslie.
Oh,
Holy
dip.
shit, Leslie.
Oh, dip.
On a scale of 1 to fucked. Oh wow, you lucky bitch.
Miss. Is this a natural attack?
What do you mean?
I think he has this babu slime.
No, I've got protection from evil.
Yeah, but he's not an outsider.
Okay.
I mean, you've met him before.
No, basically anything with like my AC is really high right now anyway, but anything with that would also be a miss. Anything with an evil status is repelled as if I'm warded from doing like.
I'm pretty sure that's only undead
outsiders.
and outsiders. Yeah.
Well, it doesn't say that. I copy and pasted the whole thing.
Gar.
Gar will make a 5-foot step and make a full attack action against. Can't. I guess I'll Delaney to do what I'll shoot. I'll also use another Smite Evil as a swift action on Delaney. Here it goes. So these are both at +4.
Okay, so only the second one hits.
Is he an outsider?
No.
Okay. So that's at +5 damage. So just 13 damage.
That was a really funny sneeze. Bless you.
So the arrow punches into the twisted flesh of Delaney as the creature lets out a horrific moan.
Bring him
Edward.
down, Legolas.
Edward is just barely unconscious. You're not bleeding out or anything, so no good. Gorgon.
Oh, I mean, no, I'm not bleeding out, but I am bloody.
You're not bleeding out. I said you are not bleeding out.
I'm back.
I know, but I am bloody. I got fucked up. I'll be right back.
Gorgon.
So the creature is free from the orb.
That is correct.
Okay. Gorgon steps up beside him and hits him with his adamantine dagger. Or attempts to hit him.
Yeah, 14 is unsuccessful. The dagger actually does bury itself into Delaney's form, but doesn't seem sufficient to harm him significantly.
Okay.
Anything else? No. Sveltna. Where did Luke drop? Or did I drop?
You're here.
okay. Luke did. Okay, so Sveltna delays, and he tries to break out of the orb. Which he cannot, and is just like swirling around in the water. I should also point out that Samine is unconscious. I imagine she gets pushed out of the orb and is just like soaking wet on the ground. Thorindel.
Wearing white, what a tramp. Randall?
Well,
Trindle dropped 2. And Matt and Russell.
Sorry
Leslie.
about that. I had
Okay.
muted it in Skype.
I'm still here.
I will move the orb Uh, um, to there.
Can't even find the fucking Aquasorb like in my jump drive, so I don't know what happened. Sorry, where are you moving it? Like,
Oh, you can't see that one, eh? I'm gonna move him to about there.
okay.
And then I will. Okay, so that was my move. I better do something to help. Let me just check what spells I have to cast. I don't think I prepared. Huh. I will cast a ray of ray of mercy at Twisted Delay.
Okay.
19. 3 non-lethal.
Touch, that's a hit. Okay. So it connects, causing him to twist somewhat, but he's still alive. Kicking. Leslie.
Take a minute now. Wow, wow. Less lil. Bum, 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 bum. Suppose I'll 5-foot step so I can throw a bomb.
Okay.
So I'm gonna throw it at Twisted Delaney. It's going to be a blinding bomb. It's 14 touch attack.
That is not enough.
Okay.
The bomb explodes at his feet, sort of erupting in this brilliant light, but the creature seems to lunge through it regardless, unimpeded.
Fuck, man, my rolls are shit.
Oh, she's.
She's not dead. She was knocked unconscious by Aquasorb.
I just saw the accent was.
Yeah.
Feels like
No,
our connection's
that's
really
okay.
bad today.
My connection's fine. I think it's just everyone else.
Yeah.
Well, mine's
Same.
fine, obviously. God.
The creature turns its attention to Gorgon, and I suppose we'll simply full attack him again. So the creature seems to be using its tendrils in like a sweeping motion, keeping a bit of a more defensive posture. 21 versus your AC.
Nope.
Okay. And 18 and 12. Okay, 3 misses. Gar.
Gar makes a full attack against Twisted Delaney. Both of these at +4, so
So
30.
28's a hit.
32 and 20.
First one is a hit. The second one is not.
Okay, and here's my damage at +5. So 17 damage.
So another very large hit sinks into Delaney as the creature roars out in anger. So another arrow hits it. Gorgon.
Gorgon 5-foot steps and throws an alchemist fire at him. 14 touch.
That is insufficient. A tendril lashes the flask in the air, erupting it.
That's my
So,
turn.
Luke, are you back? We can't hear you. Okay.
I'm a stinky Luke. I smell bad.
God, I suck.
Andy is still trapped inside the door. Not really getting injured, but not doing much of anything else.
That's how I live my life.
Thorindel.
On a hamster wheel.
Thorindel? Bunzel?
He said BRB laundry. He'll be right back.
Okay. Leslie.
Let's we'll try the bomb thing again. 16 touch attack. Blinding bomb.
Also insufficient, unfortunately. The bomb
Fucking
erupts with a brilliant light, but doesn't seem to harm Delaney whatsoever.
Can I roll something better than a fucking 5 or 6?
The creature turns its attention to Gorgon again, lunging forward and lashing at him. 28. JC.
1 second plus
Plus 6.
20. That's a hit.
That's gotta be close. Did he tie you?
Yeah, he tied me.
Oh man.
Your voice
That's
is all
rolling
messed up,
18 to
Carl.
hit.
Okay,
You
thanks.
take 8 damage.
I love you, Brenzo.
And 2 misses. Gar.
All right, hopefully it's fixed.
All right, Gar
Sounds
takes
good.
aim, muttering to Arete. Arete, guide my arrows, slay this beast! And launches 2 more at +4, so a 23 and a 17.
The first one is still a hit again.
Only 7. Oh wait, no. It's 12 damage.
Okay. So the arrow sinks into its back again as it gets staggered from the blow. Matt, I want to keep you included, so I'm gonna remind me when I get to Andy's turn. I'll have you do his rolls because you should still have his stat block.
Yeah.
Gorgon.
Gorgon attacks him with his knife. Yeah, I'm rolling like shit for my attacks.
I mean, don't feel bad. He can't hit either. Is Luke still missing?
Yeah, that's
You
weird.
muted Luke.
No, he dropped a while ago.
Weird. Okay. So Matt, you can roll Andy's reflex
Maybe he
save.
thought his computer was weed and he smoked his computer.
That's what happened the first time. Says he's online in Steam. Where are you?
D20 plus 6. Maybe he's
Yep,
playing
I got it.
StarCraft.
He's, oh my god, if he is, I'm
I
joining
should have
him.
had you do this a while ago. Andy gets out of the orb. And
See
then what
you.
does he do?
Ooh, I think he will probably
Kill
flank
himself.
Gorgon. Yeah, sure. No, he's gonna do this.
Okay.
That is gonna attack Gorgon.
So you can roll his. I'm gonna say that he charges. So you can roll a D20 plus 13. Actually, D20.
I
plus
have
15,
protection from
since
evil.
Flanking.
Protection from evil. And
Okay.
I can't be flanked.
Andy
Okay.
doesn't know that.
Andy's a big
Because
stupid
he
stupid.
can't touch me as an undead, right? With protection from evil.
No,
That's
'cause-
no. We already determined it is only against evil summoned creatures.
Yes,
That's it.
summon creature.
What'd he get?
I think you.
31.
31's a hit.
Yeah, I think you do get +2 deflection on your
Yep.
AC, but
Yeah,
that's
that's already factored. It's all good.
So that is. Oh, and that doesn't stack with your other deflection bonus, by the way, which is probably why your AC is so monstrous.
No, then it'd be 27. Because I only have a +1 deflection bonus.
Because I do not think that deflection bonuses stack. Although they may. So D6 plus 7 damage, Matt.
Oh, it's a D6.
I'll just take the 2.
What the fuck did I roll then?
It's none of your business.
It says 1d4 plus 5, so I guess I'll just roll 1d6.
Nope, that's the tiny one.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I believe like the only AC thing that you can stack in this game is dodge. That's it.
I think
Yeah,
there's
all
an,
other bonuses are just the higher ones.
I think
sometimes.
inspiration.
Luke, you think you can just pop in and out?
Anyways, so yeah, can you roll D6 plus 5, please?
Oh, plus 5. Yeah, there it is.
Plus 7 rather. That's fine. So that's 13 damage, Gorgon. Thrindale.
Wait, doesn't he
Or
get
actually,
grappled?
let's do. No, it's not gonna try to grab him. Actually, Svelte, you can go now because you've been
You
delaying.
can't grapple off a charge unless you have the pound speed.
Oh, that's a lot of food.
Alright,
Wow.
I'm gonna start moving up. Does this guy have any conditions? Delaney, does he have any conditions on him I should know about?
No.
Alright, I'm gonna attempt to move through his square.
Okay.
31.
No, that is insufficient.
Alright, so I get my attack and then I drop.
25 versus your AC.
That is a miss, thanks to Leslie's buffs. Or
Okay.
sorry, that's a hit, because it's not you.
13 damage as a tentacle lashes at Sveltna, knocking her to the ground as she attempts to gain an advantageous position. You can still attack, or no?
No.
That's your 11, or whatever.
Yeah, the 11 was my attack, but I missed.
Okay, yeah.
You know what
use-
else defeats Aqueous Orb, Beard?
What's that?
I'm going to use my standard action to stand up. Or does it end my turn? I'm going to look into that.
Surrounding your minions with my allies.
Yeah.
I'm gonna move.
Standing up, Sveltna provokes a second attack of opportunity.
Better crawl as a 5-foot action.
Yeah, I think I'm just going
Versus your AC.
That's a miss.
Okay, you're good.
Actually, I don't even know if you can do that, to be honest. This is what I'm gonna move the orb here, and I will
So-
cast Ray of Mercy once again.
So Matt, if you want to roll another reflex save for Andy, d20 plus 6,
And a 14 touch attack, non-lethal.
which is not enough. So Andy gets sucked into the orb again.
No,
Then
Andy.
I'll move this.
Leslie.
Stay away, Andy.
Leslie is gonna pull a bomb out. He's gonna kiss it this time, and he's gonna point like Babe Ruth, and he's gonna be like, "Chicka!" All right, 24 touch attack, and it's blinding
hits.
bomb, and so it's 19 damage, and it's if he's even susceptible to blindness, then he has to roll a Fortitude save, DC 16.
He is. I suppose I'll roll it. However, as the bomb connects, the creature staggers and falls to the ground. And with a quick examination, it is still alive but knocked unconscious because of the subdual damage that was inflicted on it by Aqueous Orb. However, for all intents and purposes, the combat is over.
No, it's Gar's turn.
Whoa, chill, bro.
Gotta kill something.
I think Gar's gonna murder something.
Yeah, he's the kill shot.
What does Guard do?
Go put the arrowhead in his
Alright.
mouth.
Makes a move action, draws his bow, steps on its neck, and makes an automatic critical into its head with an arrow.
Well, I am going to say because coup de grace is a 4-round action, does anyone stop Gar from doing this or protest?
Gar, wait. We could
It's a
potentially
monster.
help him. Yes, but we know this man.
How well do we really know him? Maybe this is the real man.
A curse!
He's gone
He
now.
could be cursed.
No debate.
Do it,
He's
Gar.
healing. I can sense it.
Knowledge engineering on the creature.
Do it, Gar. I'm with Sveltna and Gar. It's a monster now. If any of you became a monster,
Thrinder
I would do
will-
the same for you.
Thrinder will attempt to physically restrain Gar. However,
Okay.
Wow.
No, it's simple. You just throw him in the Aqueous Orb with Andy. Oh, really, Gar?
You want
So in
us?
that case,
22 is my CM.
Oh.
yeah, I mean, Thorindel I don't think could really. So,
You could
so
try. Let's see how he does.
Critical.
then it's rolling. This internet connect.
Come on, pull it off. Pull it off.
that one.
Okay,
So,
does that mean nothing bad happens?
As Gar draws his bow back, he elbows Thrindle in the face and
Yeah.
goes right down.
yeah, the orb breaks, and not only that, but the magic malfunctions and turns Andy into a massive 15-foot tall hand.
You're being a fool, Thrindle. The beast must be slain.
Gorgon says, Gar, please let me examine him. Maybe there is a way. Would Arete not want us to redeem her lost children?
You've mocked my religion often, Gorgon, with your
It's called quoting.
misinterpretations.
It's not mocking.
A hobgoblin could never understand like a Gamilonian could.
I
Stand
understand that
aside.
Gorgon rolls a heal check. 20 on it, not natural.
Heal check.
Yeah.
Man, if only
So the-
somebody else in the party needed a heal check.
The creature. Yeah. Meanwhile,
I totally forgot.
We don't
The
do
Why is it so
creature-
quiet? What can I think?
the creature is humanoid, and probably like most chilling is you do recognize some features of Delaney, sort of like in this twisted entity. It is unconscious. It's not like fast healing or anything, and you think it's similar to like normal recovery, but you can't be sure.
Like, does it look genetically warped or twisted or anything? Or, like,
You
does
would
he
be-
think it's a disease or, like, a curse? Or a...
Don't know.
Thanks
Gorgon
for role-playing
says-
into my curse, by the way. Forsaken.
Gorgon says, I don't know how viable restoring him would be as an option.
That's what I thought. May I
However,
finally shoot
Gorgon
an arrow?
says, Gorgon catches it.
I'd like to. I don't know if it detect magic with spellcraft would really accomplish anything.
How many
Sorry,
actions
Hap.
did they get before I get to shoot an arrow?
Well, what I'd like to do is take a vote, and
There's only one vote here that matters, and that's the Gars.
so I think you guys should.
I respect
fine.
democracy. Let's have your word. Edward doesn't count.
I know
Look
Edward's
at you
Edward's
guys.
unconscious. I can't vote.
That's 3 to 5.
Did you expect anything else, dude? Come on.
You guys suck.
Gorgon
Well,
does.
Thing's a
think we can't
monster.
kill him.
Edward would be on Thrindel's side, but
But you haven't tried anything, and that's the difference, Sveltna.
You tried
Ed-
to kill me.
Edward doesn't want to kill anything. In fact, he wants to reanimate everything.
Gorgon says perhaps it's sick. Perhaps he was mind controlled.
Well, democracy does not fail, so stand aside.
And
He can't be saved. I looked him over.
Gar, you stand over Charles and point an arrow directly at its head and withdraw. As soon as the arrow leaves the bow, you feel like you are struck by an arrow in the heart. And as it punches through Delaney's skull, you sort of withdraw for a second and feel your hand shaking. And you feel like, I did ask you at the beginning of my adventure if there were 2 virtues that you would take from Arete, what they would be, and one of them was self-sacrifice.
Yeah, what are you,
You-
where you going
you-
with this?
You feel like there may be deep repercussions for your actions. However, my adventure is ending, so I'm going to say that you do, like, as the arrow is fired, you do feel like perhaps Arete would not have gone with your decision. However,
Should have listened
I-
to Gorgon. He quotes Arete very beautifully.
I do not feel like we need to play out the fight with Andy. You guys managed on destroying the hand. However, as you leave the crypt, you can't help but feeling like
you forgot something.
Spelda
Wait,
like
Edward,
Spelda
shit.
nudges Leslie and points up to Edward.
However, you did manage on saving Samine. And as time passes and she regains consciousness, I imagine she gets like an interrogation. And as you do so, you are not sort of given the welcome that you expect. As she picks herself up from the floor and examines all of you, her face sort of twists into a look of defiance, and she says, "If you're going to kill me, just kill me."
Edward wakes up next to her. What?
No one will.
I'm
get
healing. I'm gonna
the-
heal you, Edward.
You're free to go.
You killed my brother. She showed me what you did.
I did not kill your brother.
He was doing bad things. He forced me to do things that I'm not proud of. It's. I don't know. I don't think I'm someone that can say like who lives and who dies, but I don't think it's simple.
She says, I don't care about your reasons. It's the
I didn't
whole
kill
reason.
him. I was in chains when that happened.
It's the reason that I came here. So if you don't kill me, this isn't over.
Here we go.
Is this going on in
Time
front of
for
everybody?
Trindle to get outvoted again.
Yeah, this is in front of everyone.
All right, what's the vote? I'm sorry, I wasn't listening.
Spell pulls her sword out and starts approaching her. Are you sure this is what you want?
Trindle,
Stop it.
Gorgon says
so where
perhaps
are we
there's
right
a
now?
non-violent solution we can
I
explore.
guess here. This is fine. We'll say that she regains consciousness shortly after you execute Delaney.
If you do this, then you're just, I don't know, you're just proving that. I was gonna say mages are bad people, but I remembered you're not a mage. But
Let's see what she has to say.
She wants to die.
right before we shoot her in the head with an arrow, Gar.
That thing was a beast. This is a woman.
Really, a beast.
The hell is that
Absolutely.
supposed to mean?
It had bloody tentacles. It was far gone. You don't need to be studied in the arcane to know that.
Gorgon says, Gorgon says to the woman, what's your point? Your brother was practicing the dark arts, and you'd throw your life away for what? Petty revenge? Why not get on with your life? Try something different.
She says he was doing it for his love, for Angela, and you killed him. Who did my brother harm? My brother killed no one.
well, I mean, he raised.
Die.
First, he kind of harmed me. Second,
So that kind of points at all her wounds. He harmed me.
he raised the dead. The dead. Who knows who they're
Gorgon
killing
breaks
right
down
now?
crying. He sexually assaulted me.
People who raise the dead are evil.
She sort of she says, so my brother is not even responsible of this crime. You did that.
But he forced me. I didn't want to do it. Look,
So he didn't do what you're accusing him of, and it doesn't matter your reasons. You killed him.
well, look.
She very slowly stands up. She's clearly in no. I mean, she's not a warrior or anything. She has no power to defend herself. But she says, "I'm leaving."
You
But
say
this
your
isn't over.
you see your brother did.
Sona whispers to Gorgon.
One last thing. You said your brother did what he did for good reasons. Is it so hard to believe that we did too?
I don't see how killing my brother did anything, benefited anyone other than yourselves. And even that I'm not entirely clear on. None of this would have happened if you hadn't done what you did.
I mean, we wouldn't be here without your brother. I mean, we can blame. It's easy to judge when it's after the fact. I wish it was different, but
We spoke with him. Sahira showed me. That's why I know what happened. He couldn't lie in the state that he was in. He killed.
Gorgon
Who's this-
says it was places like this place are meant to be sealed up below ground. And we tried to prevent it the first time, in which we were successful, and we failed in our second attempt.
she's like.
You were successful because you killed my brother. If you had allowed him to come in here, if you're so sure of your righteousness, then he would have got what fate had thrown to him. Instead, without knowing or understanding his reasons or even trying any other option, that woman put a bullet in his head,
Oh no, that was me.
or you put a bullet in his head.
Who knows? Who knows what he could have freed? We didn't know what was down there. And who's to tell that witch didn't make your brother lies with her weird magics?
So I should let me get this straight, because you don't know what his actions would have, what the repercussions of his actions would be. It was best to kill him just to be sure. By that logic, you should kill me, because I am going to go back to Abbott Shore and tell them about you.
Yeah, that's it. Sveltna draws her sword.
Les pulls a bomb out.
and attacks.
Well, we're still gonna do a vote, because I don't wanna, I don't
No
wanna
problem.
cause any hard feelings in the
Sveltna
group.
look. As she draws her sword, she looks at Trindle and says, "What do you say?
Yeah.
Should we still let her
Say
live?
we let her go.
I have
So
a
she
happy
can tell
medium.
everyone at Abbott Shore what you can do."
Cut
who
out
you
her
are.
tongue.
I knew you were gonna say that. What?
So
What?
Gar has a suggestion of cutting out her tongue but letting her go.
And breaking her
No,
fingers
notice.
too, he said.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
because
Wants to
Wait.
vote for that.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
It's like, oh no,
Right.
pen and paper or plan.
Russell said, cut out her tongue and break her fingers.
Or
Although
not
they will heal, of course.
no questions
Well.
her or anything. You can't
There's-
stop her from communicating.
We'll
There's-
cut out her tongue, cut off both her arms and both her legs.
You need to be loud to be heard in most circles.
So we have two votes. We'll go through
Gorgon
this.
says, you tell people this in Abbott Shore and they won't believe you. A necromancer said that your brother was killed by a random assortment of people.
And look, there's people out
What
there.
evidence do you have of this? You have none. Your word is as good as garbage.
And if you
Emphasis on the gar when he says
and
garbage.
if you mention this place, and if you mention this place or should to Mage Hunter, they're as likely to just condemn you as any of us. There's people out there who would probably kill me just for what I am, not believe that I'm able of redemption, but
I can vouch for that.
Sort of like a person transformed into a monster, per se.
yeah, and for that reason, I choose to let her go, no matter the consequences.
So she, despite your sort of, rationale, like both you and Gorgon, she still sort of like looks at you defiantly and holds her tongue. But she picks herself up, and you see that she has like some strange crimson bottle at her side that she lifts up and begins to examine, and she very slowly begins to leave. So I think just to summarize this, like
Wait.
everyone should take their vote. We've got 1 for kill, 1 for let her go, 2 for let her go,
Didn't say
3
we.
for let her go, 2 for kill.
I have an
You didn't
alternative.
say you could leave with that weird potion, though.
I could
Is that
put
it?
I could
So-
put
so
Babu's.
it's kill.
Gorgon might abstain. He's kind of torn.
All right, listen, guys. If we can just
Okay.
listen, if we tie her up, right, until until Benzel's campaign, I'm trying to buy an elixir that will erase her memory. Maybe I can get my hands on it.
That's metagaming.
Get your hands on her.
Well, Les is already thinking about getting this elixir. He's already also has a strategy where he's going to go try to find it.
And what
No.
do we do with her once she's forgotten this?
You'll release her. You can just choose what she forgets. She'll forget this. She'll forget about us.
But
Hey.
perhaps we could convince her without having to force it.
Well, what if she finds what happened to her brother again? Are you gonna just make her forget again?
What, you think this is a movie, Edward?
She
What's a
learned
movie?
about it through the
That's a movie.
the lich that just disappeared. So.
I could put Balu slime down her
So
throat.
in that case, it's spare her, and I'm going to ask that the members of the party who said kill respect the vote of the group.
I'm going
as,
to. I'm going to pull her in close though, and I'm going to whisper in her ear, "If anything happens from you, I will kill your whole family." I'm going to intimidate her.
Oh boy.
That's
She
but then I'll let her-
she looks back at you and said, "You already did." Hey, how about that? What's up?
I want you.
Everyone has.
Say, surely you have some friends or something. I'll fucking kill them too. I'll kill everybody. I'll kill
Kill
everybody.
your dog.
I'll kill,
your
I'll kill your fucking mailman.
Hack your
Kill
email.
your mailman.
Gar leans in and says, "When you're ready, salvation can be found with Rete." And he passes her a little Bible.
You're the most condescending fucking
She opens it, and it comes out and shoots her in the head.
he
She-
pushes his religion on her.
Gar, I meant to tell you, I have a trap Bible you probably don't want to open.
By the way, have you heard the?
It's
Yes.
all just, what's that thing called? Explosive rune.
She Samine attempts to leave, and Howell
Edward,
sort of give this an epilogue. Perfect timing because Thurindle just disconnected again. Is as you sort of finish things up here, you sort of ensure that things have been taken care of. However, as you leave, the sort of feeling that it's not necessarily over, and whether or not you made the right choices begins to settle upon you as you both recognize that Sahira, for whatever reason she did all of that, still managed to escape, as well as the Skull Lord that you never found again inside the depths. Leaving, sort of, you find that Samine again falls unconscious within the crypt, and sort of without recourse, you leave. However, for a bit of a high note, returning to the mansion, you find that Anna has returned from her trip to Dunford, and with her, she says that, when you arrive, she opens up the door and explains that Ironside told her about the house when she came to visit Rosemary, and says, yeah, so I imagine that you have some things to explain to me. And behind her, you can see Moira DeLang, wounded and sort of staggered, but managed to survive. And when she sees all of you, she smiles. And Leslie, your heart skips a beat as you see that Tina somehow survived the entire ordeal. And
Whoa.
Moira explains, I found her in the rubble afterwards. They were trying to pull them out, and when the Order got involved, they wanted to question her, but I explained that she was my sister, and we came here.
Les looks really ashamed.
Hello there.
You should say thank you to Drew, because he spent karma to make that happen.
Thanks, Drew.
Holy shit, that's pretty sweet.
Oh yeah, see, I have karma now that I never got to use because I always forget about it. Oh well.
So that's it. Now, unfortunately, okay, he's back. Mental is back.
Yeah, I keep.
Pencil?
I don't know.
Let's
Pencil, we
switch.
have one adventure.
I know, right?
Nope, I've got two. Did I not give you the invite
You
to the
gave me a
mentor?
new link. That's right, a mentor one. Yes, I had forgotten though.
Didn't even
Yeah,
put a
I figured
picture.
because, Drew and Luke, last time I gave them a heads up and be like, hey guys, you should flip me to $20, and it just never happened. I was like, yeah, well, I won't
Oh.
charge Bentel, I guess.
You want me to? Yeah, I can fill up you $20.
I'll
I
throw
was
you.
gonna
I'll,
get a mentor account.
Can you?
I'll
Can
throw
you
you a
send me reminder
fin.
on Wednesday. Wednesday's payday.
No.
Well, that reminds me, I got to pay my bill. Thanks, guys.
I might just waive it. I have a decent.
I will need control of my end.
Oh, really?
The path of good or evil. I don't like this. This sounds like moral decisions.
Yeah, we're not good at those.
It's a lot of fun to judge your party.
Is less evil yet?
Do we want to take a quick 5-minute breather in between?
I mean,
Yeah, because
Oh, we should check.
not
if everything's
everybody
working
got
right.
their stuff ready. So
Yeah, if you would
What do you
just get-
mean?
Again,
Fuck,
give me control of Edward and Jerry.
I
I don't.
My
see
Anna
it.
token is just gone. for
Oh
reasons.
wait, I'm on the. Just
Yeah, we're on a different page. I don't see anyone's tokens.
that's why I was
Paths of good and evil.
Did I not add them? Maybe I'll.
The perfect title for our current
Oh, I
state of
still-
affairs.
no, yeah, it's like I just changed it just now.
Did you actually, or is that just coincidence?
Yeah, I did.
Oh,
Just
It was
waiting.
the paths of greatness, but
the
you guys
paths
aren't
of
so
good and
great
evil.
anymore.
You guys aren't.
You all think you know what arete really means, but you didn't go to paladin school.
Paladin school.
Nobody cares what Dorete really means.
Yeah,
Anna,
let's
turns,
just
Anna turns to Gar. Aren't only women educated in your society?
And learn through a more practical teaching.
So not
Abuse
school,
and
is what
discipline.
you're saying.
I was verbally read the passages and I memorized them.
Morgan says, no wonder your interpretation is full of misquotations.
Gorgon, don't be a smartass.
I'm not. I'm being clever like Thomas the Sage.
My teacher was an enslaved hobgoblin.
It was your father.
He says, Gorgon says, well, I guess he was working with material provided. Even I can't make an amazing invention off a pile of rubbish.
Gorgon, do you
yeah.
think we're
There's your
on the right
tokens.
track
So
morally?
Sorry, do I think you've detracted morally?
No, the party as a whole.
He says, I worry about you, Gar. Your path to... you seem more focused on smiting the evil than on redemption.
Smiting
Rest-
evil is not something we can debate. It's
Smiting evil is difficult because doesn't Arete tell us to use self-sacrifice and tell us that we should look beyond simple outcomes in order to create the best world we can?
I feel like you're making up passages now, Gorgon.
Oh, I am absolutely not.
Let's let's check the Bible.
Okay, knowledge religion off.
yeah, so your tokens are on this page. Make sure you guys have the right HP. And Matt, you'll have to get you'll have to react. Yeah, it looks like you're doing it right now. Okay.
Yep.
Cool. And everybody take some time while we get this stuff ready.
All right, Russell, I got 18 on my knowledge
I'm gonna-
religion.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
I
go
don't
rocket
have,
dart.
Control over Rella. Is the only other thing.
You don't have
I got control and cracked HP.
Over Rella.
Good.
Well, I'll double check my
Just do
HP
it.
when
Do a quick fucking toker first, bro.
my character sheet is set up. Ah, yes.
Character sheets are for the weak.
It's in my mouth.
No,
Right?
for-
Thanks, Drew. What up? What up? Straight OGs.
I mean, you can say it as much as you want. It's still wrong.
No, it's right. How many times did you like, oh, it's not on my updated character sheet?
No,
Oh,
it's
wait, my
it's
character
Like,
sheet's
ever.
not in here.
it's
Oh, my
if-
character sheet never got imported,
Oh.
guys. I don't know my stats.
I would have voted for Trump and Sarah Palin if I was American.
Oh man, those sour grapes. Do you hear them, Beard?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Did you really
I,
just call me a fruit?
Yes.
You're a fucking sour grape.
You're always gonna be sour grapes, boy. Do you got love for Jesus?
Ah, good old Edward.
No, actually, that was
Jesus,
Pussifer.
you go-
I don't know. These guys don't have tokens linked to them either. It looks like.
Yeah, 'cause they're pieces of shit.
I mean, the GM does that. I don't know why we're pieces of shit for something. I could
Well,
turn.
some character sheets have their tokens on them when they come in. Oh, you did send them to me at some point, I think.
So Eastern District is the poor district, correct?
C'est correct?
Correct. Yeah, I've already got the tokens here, so don't.
Token in your mom's asshole. Okay, I'm going to
Let's take her down a notch. Now that he's gone, let's take it up 3 notches.
I feel that this last fight in which I was knocked out the whole time somehow made me stronger.
It didn't.
If I look at my watch, it says I'm level 6 now.
I did that.
You gave me this fake watch with a number on it?
Yes.
Oh, thanks. It's a really nice present. It looks great. Also, what's a watch?
Gorgon pulls out his pocket watch.
All my grandpa wanted for Christmas was a watch.
Oh, yay. I think my grandpa had one of those.
Oh shit, that reminds me, I gotta pay my phone bill.
Yeah, I guess he probably uses he probably uses his phone as a watch.
No, I actually, my mom texted me about my grandpa, but I was unable to text her back because I haven't paid my phone bill. See, they're
Wow.
smart because they let you receive texts, but not reply to any of them.
You have no respect for your grandpa or your mom.
Also, no respect for you. Shut the fuck up.
Well, that's understandable.
Be nice to less, Gorgon.
Yeah.
Okay, Gar, roll your knowledge religion versus Gorgon. I got an 18.
You want to play this game, do you, Gorgon?
Hey, we're playing a
I
misquote.
have the right to invent scripture.
I don't know if you do. Do you?
My skills are a little screwed up, but what should I have for a max level skill?
Actually, Gorgon,
What
Should
so
I
it should
have
be-
for a
it
max
should-
level skill?
It should be 9 plus your int.
What's the highest bonus I can have?
actually, Gorgon, the correct pronunciation.
Well,
I might have forgot a few passages, Gorgon.
Gorgon's reciting it verbatim.
Been a while.
Gorgon
Actually-
says
Wow.
you should always read and devote yourself to clear and concise study.
killed
It is
it.
important to keep your wit sharp and mind sharper.
Exactly.
Oh,
I don't
fuck.
seek to undermine your
So-
beliefs, Gar. I just seek to keep you on the path of true righteousness.
You know what? I can, because Thorindel, you're giving us downtime, eh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, well,
to-
like free, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
to
initiative.
sort of summarize this quickly, Matt, you failed like the check before, but there was actually 2 spell fumbles that you got. Both of them gave you spell blights.
Aw,
But
son of
and
a...
Oh.
that's why you were knocking yourself unconscious over and over again and like casting the wrong spells sometimes. But Anna has the ability to remove them, so I will do so in the downtime so that Benzel doesn't have to worry about it because I forgot to make him aware because last time I talked to him I was not in the best state.
You can add your HP to those tokens now, Matt. You should be able to, anyways.
Awesome.
And I will be right back, and then we'll pretty much get started.
Pretty much, or we'll get started.
Tokens, Gar.
I wish that.
I like this one. This looks like he's detecting evil or judging people.
Yeah. I am trying to play Gar as like a kind of a simple-minded zealot, but still of religious background.
I wish people would take some artistic liberty with less, but no one can find a better token than I did for that.
I should change Anna's token. I have a few more that I'm looking at.
I'm pretty happy with Gorgon.
Lamat was like, "Challenge accepted," which was the purpose of the shit talk.
Alright.
Well, yeah, but I don't. I think I did send you a bunch, but I think yours is better.
I propose a party meeting.
I'd like to have a private meeting.
Private meeting with who?
Who do you think? He looks at Svelda.
Oh, you sick bastard. One dog.
What is your meeting concerning, Gar?
Thanks.
Do I detect that you're talking to me like a child, Gorgon?
No. I talk to everyone the same way, cold and calculated.
Oh. Okay, in that case, my meeting is about the party's ethics, moral direction, and chain of command.
Well, thanks for the healing, lady.
Well, let's start with ethics, as that was the first item on your agenda, Gar. Tell me, Gar, what direction do you see our ethics traveling in? What would you change?
I'd like to start with ethics. Our ethics should be based on self-preservation, helping the party, and doing the right thing when it's profitable.
Jorgen says, I think that is very limited, and I don't think it really reflects our values as a whole.
I think
Shouldn't-
Edward has something to say.
Shouldn't we try to like help people, make the world a better place? And I guess bonus
People who can
maybe
pay.
make them not hate mages anymore.
I would say we are sympathetic to the magic costs, and doing what we can to help and preserve the innocents is typically something we have been doing, and something Arete also smiles upon.
I think that's right. Yeah.
Self-sacrifice for the innocent.
That is true. I have also read the book on Arete.
Oh my god, everyone
Yeah,
knows more
okay.
about Arete than
You
me.
keep passing out Bibles, and you expect us not to read them,
Everyone
Gar?
knows more about Arete.
Gar, can I please have a Bible?
Oh no.
Are you gonna take rank?
He
for
says
Noah
no.
too, just to troll Gar?
Yeah.
That's what Gorgon did.
It's
Your
got some.
wives could tell you a little
It's,
less.
it's got some.
Ooh. What
there's
was
some
that?
Cool lines in the book.
That sounded a little venomous, Gar. You jealous?
I am jealous.
So-
Yes.
What would you change about what would you change about our current ethics, Gar, as that is the first item on your meeting?
I would like to have a democratic system in place to decide our direction overall.
Didn't we like literally just votes a few days ago about letting a person live?
I'm pretty sure that's all we ever do is vote.
Yeah.
Anna shrugs and says, I thought that we voted Thurindle leader and then proceeded to never take his suggestions.
I don't remember voting Thurindle leader.
Anna has a point.
I
strictly
do
stated
recall
that,
Gorgon gives
none
the
of these
exact
were-
date and time that Thurindle was voted leader. And
That was
Well, where was I? In bed?
That was during the Sagamri era, Gorgon.
I did not agree to vote in leader.
Sorry, I always get the two of you mixed up. You're so similar.
I don't even know this man. I mean, he's from the same village as me, but
You're nothing
Oh.
like him.
It was an insult then.
I don't know anything about this man, although we were neighbors.
Sveltna obviously doesn't like you. She goes, you are nothing like him.
all right. Well, let's just meander through the world and kill a lot of evil.
As far as I'm concerned, I mean, I don't go out of my way to do the wrong thing, but we need to look out for each other. How can we go forth into the world and do good when people are threatening to rat us out?
We need a team building exercise.
I thought that's what adventures are.
yeah, pretty much.
Seems like the adventures are causing division.
Between
No.
whom?
We only argue about the important things. I think that's healthy.
Anna,
Manners,
if
Waffles.
I was dying and I had just done something really dumb, would
No.
you? Yes, that's what I thought. We don't sound like much of a team. I've thought many times about shooting Jerry with an arrow. It disgusts me.
Some of us make a good team.
Some of
He
you
glances at
disgust.
Sveltna.
He's not the only one that disgusts people. Look, if you have a problem with how we're doing things, you're more than welcome to go.
Gorgon says, agreed.
Oh, geez, so now you're turning on the paladin.
No, that is not what I said. I said merely if you have any, if you don't think that this party is well aligned to your needs,
Well,
it is an option.
if any of you have a problem with how I do things, you may also leave.
Gorgon says, Gar, this is a democracy where we all respect each other's opinions when votes matter. I respect that that Schveltna and who was the other one who voted kill?
That was less.
Were respectful of us letting the letting them go. As the person who abstained on that vote, I respect the majority rules in the democracy.
Yes, I agree. I'll never
we're allowed
overrule
to
the vote.
disagree on things, but if ever that democracy is defied, then it's perhaps time for someone to leave. At this time, I think you're. At this time, I think this issue is a non-starter.
We're done here.
All I was trying to say is we were a group. You joined with us. Now you're saying we should act differently than we have
I've
since we
been
all met.
at the party a long time now. I've shed enough blood to be one of you.
I'm not
Honestly,
saying you're not one of us.
I don't actually think that Gar, by raising this, has challenged the way we do things. He made a bunch of suggestions that were basically the way we're already doing things. If anything, I kind of thought other members of the party were kind of struggling with how things are being done. You know, Thrindle was obviously very upset back there, and I respect that.
Well, Guard, did we vote on whether we were killing him or not?
We did, and the vote was to kill.
Okay.
And I executed democratic justice.
But didn't you? I heard you praying to Arete last night that she's confiscated some of your powers for that.
Yeah, I saw a weird look on your face after you did it.
Pray to Arete every night. What are you talking about?
Gorgon says, "Never mind, I said anything." Yeah, because that is metagaming. That's not fair. Gorgon says,
Is anybody reading this awesome
you had
conversation?
problems with chain of command, though, Gar?
Well, I think democracy is good, but in an emergency, there's no time to discuss. We need an emergency leader.
I don't.
Everybody agreed that should be Thrindle.
Yep,
Except
that's
me.
already Thrindle.
Thrindle's the
There's a-
dungeon master. He'll be in a precarious position.
Well, then
There's
he
a
should
knock.
appoint an apprentice.
Yeah, looking for an apprentice, Thrindle?
It should obviously be. It
Apprentice?
should obviously be me.
Says, what's that guy's name? I don't
Felix.
know.
It's Felix.
Felix, an apprentice? I believe I am an apprentice.
Who let that guy in?
Gorgon says, "Well, then let's. If Thrindle is unavailable, who should be the backup leader? Anyone want to step forward?"
Less steps forward.
As you're
Anna says,
discussing,
why-
there's a knock at...
Oh,
Sorry,
okay.
go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I want to
Gorgon
be the
says,
backup
"Just a minute,
leader.
we're busy."
As you're speaking, Trindle goes to the door and opens it, and he's talking to someone, and he says, "Right in here." The person wheels in a barrel and sets it down, and then Trindle counts out some coins and pays the man and leaves. The door closes, and Trindle says, "Well, I thought that we might celebrate, but I don't very much feel like celebrating anymore."
What did you order? Some
What
drinks?
is this?
You know I can't drink alcohol.
Wait, who was that?
There was plenty of
Not
food
everything's
to
about you.
come as well, but
Wait,
what were you
you
gonna say, Anna?
you canceled the party?
So Anna will approach and put a hand on Thorindel and say, "We can celebrate me coming back. Dunford didn't go as well as I had hoped, but you know,
It's fortunate.
What happened in Dunford?
I after the last few adventures, I thought I wanted to visit my family and potentially come clean, but we're good. We're okay, but I don't think that they're going to take it as well as I would have hoped.
If
I'm
they
sorry.
Thank you for the amount. They would have said double the money.
Can't say I blame you. When my folks found out, they, well, yeah.
Didn't you kill your dad?
No, what?
Sorry, I must be mistaking you for. Are you sure?
Everybody
Wait,
has such
did you do it?
misconstrued notions.
I did. Nobody knows where Edward came from.
My curse is not forgotten. There is a curse that people can't remember who you are. I'm just forsaken. People don't
Yeah,
care. It's different.
You're forsaken to forever be forgotten.
Okay, fine, whatever.
I don't know. It works. It works.
Anyways, Sveltna
You know what?
suggests herself to be in charge when Thrindle is not around.
Gorgon also steps up.
Les steps up.
I would vote for Gorgon or less. Sveltna hates me and she's evil.
Thank you.
Anna
I
says,
don't hate you.
I would vote for
thought that
Sveltna over Gorgon or myself.
I thought that when we came to an impasse, we were just taking a vote.
This
I
is
mean,
for
That is
emergency.
true. I've never made executive decisions for the group, really.
It seems a little
Or
redundant
because
to
you
even.
don't stand up.
It seems a little redundant to even do this, but if people are throwing their hats in the ring, I'm throwing my hat in.
I'll trust Sveltna's judgment.
Anna crosses her arms and says, "I'm not going to listen to any of you."
There you have it. We'll just keep with the voting crap.
Yes, the voting crap is the only thing that'll work.
I see.
I
Once
win,
I
I
start
guess.
getting all the votes, everybody doesn't want to do it anymore.
Less smiles.
I'll vote for you, Sveltna. Actually,
Everybody doesn't just want kill them to be the immediate.
actually, as soon as
Decision
Anna
made.
says it, she says, "Wait, never mind."
Wait, are you sure we should? Let's not kill people. It's bad.
So which one of these wives didn't make it? Tina survived.
They all did.
No, they all survived.
Oh, all of them. Oh,
They all
right.
good.
I thought that was.
I guess you were disconnected when the reveal was made.
Yeah, I want my own bedroom. by the
No,
way.
I did know, but I didn't. I thought that one of them was still dead.
No, there was the one that I think the one that she was like kept prisoner in another room that we never went into because I was trying to wrap
Oh.
up last session really quickly. So I started this session by just being like, "Yeah, you find her in another room." A little anticlimactic, but I mean, there wasn't going to be much behind it. She's unconscious. She was a backup in case what's her face died that the face wearer could use.
You're a sick fuck.
Thank you.
With your wives are very evil. I mean, sorry, very beautiful.
Les says, "Have at you, man. Go nuts."
Go nuts. What do you mean?
They're very
Did somebody
I-
say nuts?
I'm sworn to chastity.
I believe
Well,
I
I don't.
know
Do you even follow any of those things? Honestly,
Gorgon says, "Perhaps I could make you some sort of mound of meat. If I scented it right, it might be enough to satiate your carnal needs."
Somebody say meat?
You're a sick puppy, Gorg.
Yeah, what the hell, man?
That's more Edward style.
What? Aren't you supposed to be like a churchman? Or are you trying?
Churchman. I am a zealot. I mean, a man of faith.
Yeah, so what you're just like calling me names and stuff.
Let's bond, Edward.
Okay. I'm not sure what that. Wait. Is
Come
Is-
outside for a second.
is there like something I didn't get? Like, what do you mean by bond? Cause I ain't into that sort of stuff.
Oh my god. Chastity includes whatever you're thinking of.
Well, I don't know. I hear some people, they cheat sometimes.
I don't cheat on Rete.
Wait, aren't squires excluded from that? Gorgon thinks to himself.
He wouldn't make a good squire. He's too lanky.
What? Yeah.
what's the prerequisites of being a squire?
He can't be your squire. He'll be working with me.
I forgot
okay.
he was your squire.
I have trouble believing he could fill a Gamilonian's shoes, Schveltner.
I mean, my grandpa was a Gamilonian.
Looks can be deceiving.
What are you packing in the
I thought your dad's name was Gamry.
Wait,
Oh,
no.
mine?
Anna says to Edward.
Oh,
What?
Sorry, I'm just trying to remember the last time we met you. I still haven't had that cleared up.
I think his name's Tom.
What would you think my dad was Gamry?
I don't know.
Wait.
Again, I'm sorry.
You-
We've met a lot of people, and I honestly don't remember the last time we met.
How could you have possibly
We-
killed
We
Gamry?
met in a village where everybody was turned into a rat, and I had a zombie goat. Really? I mean,
You were there
look,
for that?
I understand. I understand. You've had lots of colorful adventures, probably, but I mean, really?
Anna looks genuinely like she's trying to remember when they met Edward last.
And I think I removed the curse from Sveltna at some point, but I got better at it, by the way. I think I got it down. If you ever get cursed again.
that was you.
Yeah.
Okay. Wait, why did I have to remove your curse then? Why didn't you do that?
You tried, and then when you weren't successful,
Well,
I went to the Bandersnatch and
because
they
it
got him to do
was,
it.
remember,
No,
it was a curse that affected spell casting. So
Oh.
if you do it, then there's no risk, right?
okay. I'm all caught up now. And Anna takes a drink.
That's a
Leslie's
good idea.
wives busy themselves making a meal.
That's hobgoblin work.
May I distract you, wife number 2?
Name's Tina.
Tina.
Here, chop some vegetables if you want to distract me.
Oh, by the
no,
way.
I had a favor to ask, actually.
Oh man.
You'll have to ask Leslie. You know the Gamelonian way.
Yeah.
Les
Alright, great.
gives a thumbs up.
Gar goes to Leslie and says, I need your wife to help me with something.
You're gonna have to be a little more specific.
The order requires me to keep my nether regions waxed, and I have been neglecting it for some time.
Only if
Gorgon, I'm gonna roll a perception check.
only if she wants to, because that sounds a little degrading.
Yeah, she looked like she would enjoy punching someone.
Gorgon overhears and yells, "I'll help." Isn't that what a hobgoblin would typically do in Gamelonian culture?
Alright, you better be gentle, Gorgon,
Gorgon's like, actually, I have these new acids, which I think will dissolve the hair while leaving the skin relatively intact.
Can we do a test spot first?
Gorgon says, well, if you wish.
The backside first, please.
Gorgon waxes.
Backsides.
Gorgon
The
waxes
penis.
Gar.
What is happening to this party?
You make an ass.
I don't know.
Right? First it's like, we're not a team. Then it's like, wax my asshole.
Sure, bro. Got you.
Gorgon says, it is good to have others to help you with hygienic needs.
I suppose I owe you a favor, don't I, Gorgon?
Gorgon says, I did not do this for a favor, Gar. I did this
I
because
knew
we
it
are
was that kind of
companions.
stuff.
Now hold still and bite this stick. This is gonna hurt.
Yeah, okay. By the gods.
What is going on? You guys could probably all hear this. The door is only partially closed.
See, I told you it wasn't just some weird stuff.
So, discuss with each other, and eventually a meal is brought out, and you sit down and eat.
Is there chicken?
There
I'm
is-
hungry.
I will get some initiative checks.
Are we gonna die?
I better make a macro for this.
You don't have a macro for initiative?
Well, not on here. I don't have any macros yet.
Nicely done, shit stick.
I think you're doing pretty good without macros. You should probably just manually do it.
Yo. My fucking mentor color is radioactive green. Let's fix
Pretty
that.
rad.
Maybe I should get new dice.
Did we lose? We lose Benzo?
Probably the most important one.
That's unfortunate.
That's initiative, right?
Yeah, up above. Yeah, I'm just having a side conversation with Edward.
Because I hear her ring and she's like, wait a minute. Oh, I guess my initiative has been erased.
Yeah, he says this. Fuck, man. Maybe I.
Maybe somebody should call Benzel and put his phone next to a microphone or something.
So what spell is it that I need this ring for?
It is Shield Other. Edward would tell you that it protects you. He would not admit that. You'd probably explain that half the damage you take would be taken away. Probably wouldn't say that it will be reflected upon him, but yeah, it's a level. But maybe Anna figures it out. I think it's a level 2 spell.
Yeah, with 22 spellcraft. Okay, she'll put it on.
Yeah, Shield Other. Abjuration. He would
She
know
says,
that you have.
take my advice. I would run the spells that you have knowledge of past Thorindel. I have a tendency to study under him in between adventures.
Oh, yeah, seems like a smart fella. I guess he could teach me a few things.
Do you guys see the initiative order there?
Yeah.
Yep.
It was erased. But
Oh,
yeah,
it was erased.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry,
When he
re-enter
did-
is what you said.
when he disconnected, I think.
Maybe. Could very well have been.
Oh, Jade. Could have very well be.
Well, B-E-E-E.
Ah, that sucks.
Yeah.
At least it's not constant though.
I like how that sucks came in perfectly. Oh, that's a bummer. Anyways, you. Not again. Oh.
Okay.
What the fuck? My niche got erased again.
Yeah, I see that. And so did Gorgons. I don't know what's going on.
This is odd.
Mine should be
Anyways.
there. It says 25.5.
Yeah, I put it back in. I saw you put it in, and then I saw it disappear for whatever reason. So okay, so you spend your evening sort of chatting with each other, and I guess some of you perhaps reveling in your victory, some of you maybe not. Thorindel excused himself and decided to keep himself for the evening.
I'm sure he does that often, eh? Like for study and other things.
He's a bitch.
I do like the part of Arete's book when she says you have to keep your mind as sharp as your sword. It's cool. Wow, wow.
That's why I do Sudoku.
And then Edward.
So, you. So, the next day, Morgan is the first one to wake up. You
4:42.
come down
Same
to the
time every
common area. You come down to the common area, and is there anything specific you are looking to do today?
Gorgon's going to spend some of his day on his alchemy. He's got I used burned off quite a bit, synthesizing holy water and doing some other things for the day.
Okay.
He likes to get up early because he knows Les doesn't use the lab first thing in the morning, so that would be his kind of. And he gets a lot more done when Les isn't around.
Roger that. Pardon me, just a moment. I'm gonna sneeze.
Even the
That was
sneeze
a
is
big
laggy.
wind up.
I like to believe it's lag, but.
So, as you're the first one up, you just Intrepid has been delivered. Unfortunately, I didn't do an actual handout for this, so I'll just have to tell you what it says.
Oh, sweet.
Gorgon opens it, packs his pipe, sits down, has a cup of tea, and starts reading what it says.
There's a large headline: Mage attacks throughout the city, an ongoing crisis. mages struck in the night, murdering 6 sworn brothers and sisters of the House of Pain and freeing several mages. There was a
Who's
group of
writing
at
it?
least 6 What?
Sorry, I'm just asking who wrote it. You don't have to answer.
There was a group of at least 6 individuals, 3 men, a woman, an elf, and a hobbit. Surviving house members say they saw the vilest of magic users there, and a necro as well as an elf that could control water and drowned Mistress Agony. The next day, there was a attack on a prison barge that freed several mages and killed 10 more people. The oust from the House of Pain was witnessed controlling the boat creature, which was tearing men apart alive.
Sorry, who is witness controlling the creature?
An elf from the House of Pain. At a butcher shop in the slums. The next day, Magic was at work creating a mass of ungainly flesh that threatened to continue expanding until it destroyed the nearby buildings that lived there. A hobgoblin was seen trying to demolish the building to set the creature free. The last crime in these horrendous string of events was the murder of Justice Lagus. Tell me, people of Abbott Shore, if mages would murder someone who advocate for them, do you feel safe? Goes on to describe there is a event being held today. There is what appears to be a scientific what's that word called? Symposium discussion presentation happening today.
Like a TED Talk.
And there's some minor articles. You see something about a call to any able-bodied and strong person who is willing to risk danger for of glory and to be renowned in history.
Whew.
Sultan's gonna rip that page out. Just like that little section.
Oh, okay, later. Yep, sure.
We're not
Absolutely.
awake. We're still asleep.
Yeah, Gorgon
Well,
gets
yeah,
the
this
paper
is
first.
Gorgon.
I
Oh,
pass
yeah.
the
Sorry.
initiative check. I get to choose what I tear out of the paper.
I eat the
Sorry.
entire paper.
Gorgon
Save me
throws
the
the paper
funny.
to fuel his alchemy.
Everything I eat
No one
gets
else
erased.
probably wants to read that. He muses to himself. No, Gorgon will keep the paper. After reading it, Gorgon heads out to the market just to purchase some basic supplies.
Okay, so after you've been doing a little bit of crafting and stuff, when you go to leave, you see that Edward is sitting in the common area. He sort of perks up as he sees you.
Hello, Frederick, Gorgon says, half paying attention as he's chewing on a pencil in his mouth, and he's got some sort of like large blueprint in the other hand.
Hello, Green Man.
Gorgon sits
Alright.
down and pours himself a cup of coffee.
Where are you going?
Gorgon's yellow.
Thank
yeah,
you.
but well,
I actually go green as I can.
yeah.
So probably on the Isle of what was it called? The Black Halo. I was probably greener. Now I'm probably back to yellow.
I mean, he mistakes my name. I'm gonna mistake his color as much as I want.
That's fair.
But yeah.
Gorgon
kind
says, "Have you read the paper this morning?"
No. What did it say?
He says, "Things aren't looking good for you, mage folk.
Well,
Have you ever thought of forsaking your powers and turning it to the arts of science?"
I mean, I never wanted these powers. They just manifested. I don't think I can just ignore them. Like, goats are just gonna start popping up everywhere around me. Uh, I mean, look, if you have a way to maybe understand him, sure, I guess I'm open to suggestions. But before that, I must fix one last mistake. I was gonna
Uh,
ask Thrindle, but maybe you know. Do you know how? Do you know if there's a way to detect people who are polymorphed?
is there a way to detect people that are polymorphed? Gorgon says, looking up over his schematic.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna ask Thrindle because he's like the expert, but I guess he's not here right now.
That's a knowledge arcana. Is there a way to detect something polymorph with a 14?
You suspect there probably is, but you don't know how.
Yeah,
Gorgon says that sounds like a Thorindle question. Unfortunately, I would be ill-advised you. I don't know any offhand.
yeah. I guess I'll ask him next time I see him, because I guess now I can lift the curse on my dad, but don't know where he is. So yeah, it's gonna take a while. Then I guess I'll think about letting my powers go.
So
Gorgon lost interest, and he's looking at a schematic again, and he goes, "Aha!" and he holds it up to the wall and circles.
What's that?
Gorgon doesn't even pay any heed.
What is that? Is that a machine?
Gorgon's like, "No, it's a formula."
Oh, what do these numbers mean?
They're variants.
Oh, and I think these are called fractions, right?
Gorgon
he points to a decimal.
Gorgon thinks to himself, he's like, perhaps. Edward, say, do you like the oboe?
The oboe, like the instrument?
Yes, Gorgon pulls out his oboe. Would you like me to play my oboe for you?
I mean, sure. Let's see what you got.
So Gorgon plays a little song for Edward, and Edward, you've never heard an instrument like this before, and you are fascinated at how it can produce such an odd sound. Well, maybe you're fascinated, maybe you're not, but it produces an odd sound that you wouldn't expect.
Okay.
Yeah. So you guys banter for some time, and then Gorgon gets up to leave. And Gorgon leaves. He heads out to pick up some supplies, and I am going to go over to someone.
Yep, no problem.
Else now. Sorry, I just need to turn this on here. We're going to Gar.
Hello, Gar.
Gar. You head down to the common area, and Edward is sitting there.
Oh my god.
How you doing, buddy?
I'm so happy I sleep in my cave.
When can I get an invite?
Are you there, Russell? Or are you muted?
You know, I was gonna ask Thorindle, but do you know if there's a way to detect people that are polymorphed?
Oh no. Yeah, also Russ isn't here.
Russ isn't in the call anymore.
Oh, it's a
bummer. Anna, your turn.
No.
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 Oh,
Anna,
Anna.
You wake up and you go down to the common room, and Edward is sitting there.
Oh, hi,
It's like
Anna.
a fucking episode of Seinfeld.
You know, I was gonna ask Thorindle, but you look smart. Maybe you know. Do you know if there's a way to detect people who are polymorphed?
Why?
Because my dad kind of got turned into a rat, and I don't want to. I figured it
I
would.
thought you killed him.
I could do that.
You're sleeping.
Oh, really? Oh, that's so nice. I guess when we'll find him, I can cure him.
Yeah, I have the ability to speak with animals, and beyond that, if something had happened, I should be able to detect a level of sentience. I believe after last night, I remembered where we met you previously. So yes, certainly. We used the same strategy to find the gentleman who we went to Whitfield to find, if I recall correctly.
Oh, cool. Yeah, all right. I mean, I don't know where he is, and it's been like months, so don't know if I'll ever find him. But I have hope, you know.
At that, there's just an awkward silence as Hannah sort of like, well, I'm gonna go. If you find if you're gonna go back to Whitfield, let me know, and maybe we can, go do that.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I guess.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
So Anna leaves. Edward, you watch
I don't even.
longingly as she.
Anna doesn't even have anywhere to go. She goes out on the street and then she's like, I guess I'll just go to Rosemary's house, so I don't need to be here.
Oh,
Go help with the
okay.
baby.
So you make your way through the city. As you do, you notice that there's quite a bit of increased construction going on as they're improving a lot of the buildings. You also notice that where does Rosemary live again? I don't exactly remember. Not that
we
really
didn't get
matters.
it straight. I imagine that since she had her baby, she would be living with Ironsides again.
I guess
She was like working in a mansion, but
right. That's right. So you go to Ironside's estate.
Ironside
And-
use the help to having only one leg, and
Yeah, I guess that's true. And you knock on the door. It takes some time, as you can hear a bit of a commotion on the inside, a baby crying, an old man grumbling, and a tap, tap, tap as he makes his way to the door and opens it. When he appears, his face is ruddy and he looks flustered. But when he sees you, he lights up and says, "Ah, Anna, what a pleasure to see you.
Michael, it's good to see you too."
Come in, of course."
Yeah, she does. And as soon as she gets inside, she sets her familiar basket on the ground so that Roa can go raid the pantries and stuff while I hang out with Rosemary. And Anna will can hear the baby crying. I think it had a name, but I don't remember what the baby's name was anymore.
It was
Tofurkey.
Oh,
Tony Stark.
Tofurkey.
But yeah, so Anna will head into
so
that.
you go in there, and Rosemary's in like a sort of a little breakfast nook with her child, and she's holding. It's a boy, girl? Question mark.
I think it was a girl.
I don't
I
remember
recall
any of this. Holding her. and...
Well, I remember that. Well, on that, whatever. You can rewrite it, but I do remember what it was because I was the DM.
Well,
I don't
tell
care.
us. Tell us.
It was a boy.
Yeah, we better leave us in anticipation. Okay, so it's a boy.
Yeah, we rolled, I think.
Okay. And Rosemary is pleased to see you and says, "Anna, it's been a while. It's good to see you. How did your trip go?" You let her know that you were going somewhere, I assume.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And Rosemary will Anna will sit down and smile, and she says, "Yeah, it went well. It was good to see everyone again."
Shoot, I totally forgot to tell you something, Anna. During the night, you had a strange dream.
Okay, probably
It
not
was of
unusual for
Rosemary's
Anna.
baby dying.
No, you had a strange dream of an old grizzled woman calling to you, and then later on in the dream you saw a young man with snow behind him. That's all that you remember from the dream.
You know nothing.
Okay.
Completely forgot.
All right, got it.
So,
yeah.
so you visited your home, and how did that go?
It went fine. You know, I had to explain to the family what had been going on. My grandmother isn't doing too well, but it, you know, the boys are on their way, and should something happen, I'm sure that they'll be fine. Uh, it's nice going back to Dunford after being in the city for a while. I never thought I would really appreciate the quiet for what it was, but I suppose being away for so long does that.
I've never been to the country. I'm sure it'd be very nice.
Anna smiles and says, "It can be, yeah. Um, but he's looking well, and
He is. He's growing every day. The baby sort of gurgles and
yeah,
makes baby
and I'll like
noises. Would
reach
you like
out
to hold him?
to take him for a little bit. Yeah, definitely. And I'll take him for a little bit, and
Well,
you know,
Anna, I've got a bit of news myself.
and I'll just look up and smile.
I've
Listening.
met a young man who seems to fancy me.
Oh,
So
shit.
so Anna's face lights up, and she says, "Really, Rosemary, that's wonderful. How did you meet him? Was it through Michael?"
Gorgon walks through the kitchen
she's-
door and says, "Honey, the porridge is ready."
Oh no!
Anna
She
throws
sort
up in her
of
mouth.
Smiles bashfully and says, "Well, I met him when I was working as a cook. He used to bring us veg. He's a nice young man. He will be showing up here soon. If you wait around, you can."
I'd really like to meet him. Definitely. What's his name?
His name is Jack Wembley.
Do I know this person?
You do not know this person.
You know, the famous Inquisitor. Uh-oh.
Who never misses his mark.
Benzel decided he just wants to do an episode of Friends. That's why
Yeah,
we're
he
all talking
enters
to
with
Edward
canned
for fucking 10
laughter.
minutes.
I'm all...
And Anna
So-
says, certainly, and I suppose I should point out that if we're not busy, if you and Jack need some time, I can always take the little one, you know, at least for a
Oh,
little while before he gets hungry.
He'll only be showing up for a short while just to eat, and then he's off to work. As she's saying this, you hear a knock at the door.
It was an oral sex
And-
joke.
Oh, okay. Haha. And you hear Michael go to the door and talking, and he lets someone in, and in walks a young man. He looks surprised to see you and says,
Frodo.
"Hello, Rosemary." And she gets up and greets him, and she says, "Jack, this is my dear friend Anna." And Jack
And,
says hello and offers a hand.
Yeah, Anna will take his hand daintily and say, Rosemary and I were actually just speaking about you. You know that's bad luck.
Only good things, I hope. And he sort of smiles weakly.
So Anna does the same and says, come sit. So Jack, Rosemary said that she met you at work. How long have you been working at the estate?
Well, that was only a temporary job. I mostly work with my uncles. You see, they're builders.
Oh, so
I've
business
been learning
must
my
be doing,
trade from them.
business must be doing well then.
It's going fair enough, but at the wage I make, I'll never get my own place. He looks a little downcast.
Yeah, with that sort of like awkward. Anna just sort of like looks at him and then looks at Rosemary as he sort of like brings
And
up
she
his
looks a little
finances.
sad as well. And the
You-
meal doesn't
you guys-
take long.
I think they're just feeling you out to see if you'll give them money.
I was just about to say that. Like, this is
Could
my
I
windfall.
get
friend. Says
some
motive.
sort of no
a
I'm trying to
guilt,
think, like a wisdom
guilt check?
I think.
Wisdom check, sure. That's
You're sort of struck because he looks familiar, but you can't place where he's from.
Uh-oh. I rent his mind in half.
So it's not long before Jack finishes his meal and leaves, and Anne sort of confides to you. And
Rosemary?
Jack, he's crazy about. Bro, sorry, I'm getting all tongue. Forgive me.
About it.
Spit it out.
Forgive Jack. He's crazy about me, but he to get married until he can afford to, and he do that by making a name for himself. He's got it in his head that he's got to partake in this expedition. Have
What
you heard about it?
No. Which one?
It's been in
They're
all
not-
the papers. She goes and retrieves an old shows to you.
Hello?
Okay, hello.
I'm here.
Sorry,
Guess
Pencil's
we're just-
cutting out a
yeah.
lot. I hope he didn't drop.
I
Oh,
think I did.
I had a
Sounds
bad
good.
stomach ache, man. What the fuck?
It's because you're not eating these s'mores chips ahoy.
Oh.
You're right.
Alright, sorry.
Thank you,
Yeah, so
Pencil.
you said he gives
Hello.
the paper to me. Do we see what it is, or it's the same one Gorgon was reading?
It's actually it's an older one, but it's basically the same article. And
He's
basically,
gonna
it
sell
just,
us out for money.
it's calling for people of high character, people with different skill, and for an
High-
expedition to the North Pole.
High character.
to the
Did you say
what?
different
Sorry.
skills and North Pole?
Yeah, Pencil, you're cutting out a lot.
To the
sorry,
North
man.
Pole. Just a moment. I'll plug my. Just a moment. I'll
Yeah.
be right back.
Yeah.
Just close your porn windows. You can search them up again later.
Dude,
I
if
mean-
you stop torrenting right now, that means it won't be finished by the time we're done the session.
That's
when
true.
you're nice and hard. You're nice and engorged.
No, use YouPorn, but like.
All right,
just
stop.
research 5-year-olds gagging.
Oh, it's not funny anymore. Oh well,
It's
I
funny.
didn't. I
Don't
didn't
talk
expect
about-
him to go that direction.
You know it's either too far or I just don't join the conversation.
So, if my stomach doesn't stop, I'm probably gonna go to the bathroom and just watch Twitch on my cell phone for a bit.
That's cool. Just go and take a quick diarrhea.
Yeah, or a constipia. But I'm gonna try to survive until after my turn before I go listen in the bathroom.
Sound of your asshole lips flapping.
Before, like, Benzel said he looks familiar. I know that I have this picture in another campaign of mine, but I don't think we've ever met this kid.
This Jack guy is gonna sell us out for money. He's
Like,
desperate. He's desperate.
What I'm worried about, well, that certainly, and the other thing is, I hope that he wasn't working for fucking Hazard. He was like one of those assholes that survived the attack, because that would be bad.
It would be bad.
Maybe,
wouldn't be
yo,
great.
maybe he's the baby's legitimate father.
That was Hazard. I shot him in the head. I'm
Was
pretty
it
sure
was it
Jack
guaranteed
is not-
hazard?
Not guaranteed, no.
Right? Because
No.
I don't-
but
I don't
probably.
think Rosemary would be like, "Here's the man who raped me."
yeah, but there must have been more than one. I'm not trying to be
He's
vulgar.
crazy about me, and I mean like he's literally crazy about.
Oh
He's a
right.
fucking
Yeah, that makes a lot of
Yeah.
sense.
Jack Wembley. Either that or maybe he was wasn't he one of the mage hunters in Benzel's first campaign, maybe? I don't know.
Everyone go research all
Oh,
Benzel's old stuff.
No, those two guys, they were like old-timey pictures. One of those guys died. We killed one of them.
Yeah, but I think I don't know, maybe maybe I'm remembering wrong, but I think it was maybe one of the minor ones, but maybe not.
Hey,
I don't know. who he
Edward
is,
gets a
I guess.
turn. Everyone's talking to Edward. Boo,
That's
Edward.
true. Oh, hi, Edward.
Why are you out in the living room,
That's the
Edward?
rental
Well,
bed.
no one will give me a bedroom, and
I have no place to go. Everyone just forgot about me on the couch.
I've been forsaken.
Yeah.
Morgan stopped halfway through an
Feeling
elbow
so forsaken
concerto,
right now,
yelled, "I
guys."
need 3 power crystals," and ran out.
Can
I
you-
haven't talked to
Can
anyone
you tell
since.
me how to tell if someone's been polymorphed?
I feel so forsaken right now,
You
guys.
know what? Actually, Gorgon would have said to you. He's like, "Well, if you kill them, they will revert to their original form upon death."
That's funny. Actually,
That is the easiest way. Anyways, I must go. I have an appointment at 10:02.
Les also has an answer for you if you want.
Well, I'll ask you if it comes to it.
Hey, Matt. Hey, buddy, you're back.
Hey, yeah, we can hear you.
So,
You stink finger.
So Anna asks,
yes.
is he
Skilled tradesmen, and people with scientific knowledge, and
Okay.
it's for an expedition to the North Pole for the glory of Tor.
So Anna
That's lame.
says, well, I can understand, believe me, I can understand male pride and the need to prove themselves, but
Oh boy.
listen, if he does have the desire to provide for you and the little one, maybe it's for the best. I know that it's difficult now, but if money really is a problem, then this is sometimes the sacrifice he may need to make.
You could always go on the suicide mission to the North Pole.
But it's dangerous there. I've heard stories that there's creatures not only in the sea but there on the continent. Do you know about going to faraway places? Do you think that he'll be safe? Is it that you could look into it for me?
So Anna sighs and says, it's a dangerous world out there, Rosemary, and certainly I'll see what I can learn about the trip and let you know, but take heart in that. I find it hard to believe that Tor would send an unprotected group of intellectuals to the north.
Perhaps. I believe that it is an independent man doing itself, although Tor might be. Perhaps. I'm not sure. I believe Michael knows more, but I'll move on to someone else because we've been here for a little while. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
let's-
did you catch all that, Anna?
Gar- still here? Or is he still...
I think Gar's back.
They're right.
Russell is in the
Muted.
call. But he's not.
Yeah, sorry, I'm back now, guys. That's
Okay.
StarCraft match didn't
Okay.
go well.
What did that greater rift
Okay,
own
so
you?
Gar, you make your way downstairs to the common area and you see Edward sitting there.
Oh, hi, Gar.
what do you want, Edward?
I was gonna ask Thurindle, but do you know a way to detect people who are polymorphed?
Well, are they evil people that are polymorphed?
No, just my dad. I don't think my dad was evil. Was a good man. A little bit rough, but
Well, perhaps.
Why? Then why'd you kill him, Edward?
Knowledge could identify it.
You're
Okay.
pretty sure you don't know. Or obviously.
well, it's okay
Is
if you
there
don't know.
anything specific you would like to do, Gar?
Yes, actually. It's a private matter.
think I'll take off into the religious district.
Well, talk to you later, buddy.
High five, Edward.
Sure.
So, Gar, have we established if there's like a Gamelonian church here?
Gamelonians are isolated, so it'd be less likely, but
So perhaps there is a place where people of the Gam faith meet. It's in like a sort of like a park area. Today isn't one of the days that they typically pray, but you go there anyways. You do have some stuff written here. So you pray for some time in this park. You begin one of the prayers of Rete, which involves you recount Rete's teachings, and you contemplate how these ideals apply to your own life. You have just finished the walk of justice, and you begin the walk of selflessness. Across the street, you can see an attractive woman headed with a grimy-looking man outside of a cobbler. As you are walking and you begin to overhear their discussion. This is what the woman, obviously, don't know her name. The grimy man says, "I don't care what the price of leathers were last year. This year they're 4 silvers apiece." The woman looks over the leather, and the man has are of varying quality. Surely not worth that much. I'll give you 2. I'll take 4. I'll take the street and elsewhere. 3. That's how we can. The man scowls at the woman and says, "Fine, 3 it is." Very good. In the back room, I'll get the money. Silvers don't cover the cost of me anywhere. The woman gives sort of a disgruntled and goes to and lift them. They're pretty heavy, but she eventually gets it up onto her shoulder and takes it into the shop. You continue on.
yes.
And
What the?
Gar's actually looking for someone of religious importance, not even necessarily of the Gamelonian faith. He needs a minister to talk to.
Okay. You eventually come to an area where you notice a dilapidated old building. Seems people are congregated.
Okay, he approaches the group and looks for an older male to talk to.
Ooh.
There's one man at the front of the congregation who's sort of speaking to them. It's a very open feel. It's not like you're doing right now, really. It's a more open kind of discussion. They're talking about the ideals of what's that god? Clovis. He says, a strong man. Looks like a Gamelonian, perhaps.
Indeed.
How can we help?
I am Gar, second lieutenant of the Justice League Order. I am here on some rather complicated business, but I have a religious issue which I require a clergyman to help me with.
I see. What would that be?
It's a rather private, embarrassing affair. Do you think I could have a moment when you're free?
Of course, of course. Uh, 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 he goes and talks with the rest of the people there, and eventually comes back to you and says, "Now we can speak in private. This way," and he takes you to a sort of small room.
Thank you, sir. The reason I've come here today to take up your time and ask for your good grace is that I have an affliction, a most serious and evil affliction of the soul. I believe that I'm possessed by a demon, and I need someone skilled in exorcism.
Demon, you say? What makes you believe this?
You see, I travel a lot, and I don't just deal with the everyday sorts of evil that you do. I deal with the great evils, the ones that lurk underground and pervert entire societies. One of them entered my body, I think, while I was killing it.
Oh, he thinks his goddess is the monster.
He sort of looks a bit says, "True, that is most disturbing."
You see, I was educated a long time ago, but we have many tales of such things, and I remember distinctly what it's supposed to feel like. I believe I have a demon in my heart.
Well, I'll see what I can do for you. I do know one who may be able to help, but
I do not fear death. I do not fear pain. I need this demon exorcised. I will go to any lengths.
I will
Money
have
is no object.
He is a brother of Clovis. He is not of the he is of a sect. I will have to see. Come back in a few days' time, and perhaps we can help you. He brings you back out into the congregation and says, "Stay, listen. You may hear something new. Perhaps we may have another convert." He begins.
I really can't even keep the Arete scripture straight. I should probably not listen to you guys.
When you came in, you noticed like there was a bunch of there was a lot of pretty common looking people. You noticed a scraggly looking you that was sitting in the back row. Now he seems to be gone. And as you are leaving, someone says, "The donations, they're gone. Someone is stealing them." And it's very quickly they think it was the young person who was. You hear them say, "Left just moments ago."
Young person? This sounds like a quest. Has he been wayward lately, perhaps drifting towards evil?
We don't know him. He just stopped in.
I will find him. What did he look like?
Well, you saw him. You know what he looks like. He's
Did I see any
scraggly looking you with.
Was there any telltale signs? Do I have to make a perception check, or like like gang colors, tattoos, piercings?
No, he looked like a down and out.
He's probably at
person.
Nancy's. Has anyone seen him
You
before?
hurry, you might catch him right now.
Gar scurries outside looking for signs of the youth.
Your attention, Gar, the building. the crowd. Try to slip through with this check. Would you like jump on some stalls with an acrobatic check, or would you like push your way through a stampede?
Acrobatic check is good.
Yep, acrobatic
Hello?
for strength.
Okay, I'll make an acrobatics check to catch this dude.
Hello?
Yeah, we hear you.
20.
You guys can't hear me, eh?
It's not
Yeah,
bad.
we can.
You little guys can.
I can make it.
Oh, that check. You did?
Acrobatics, yeah.
Oh, okay. So you run and begin jumping across stalls, and the people start like yelling at you as you sort of knock some of their wares off different things. Next, so he looks behind him and he can see this large armor chasing him. He runs to a stone building and begins scurrying up the side. Do you climb the building after him, or do you want to stay on the ground and try to just watch to see where he goes?
I want to try to shoot
So
him with a non-lethal arrow.
A non-lethal, of course.
Yeah, I want to do non-lethal damage.
Okay. Do you
Just put
have
boxing gloves on the end.
blunt?
Like,
Does
You do it with
it
the
works
-4 to hit.
arrows as well? I guess.
Yep.
Yeah, shoot him in the
It's
leg
any
or
damage
something.
that's not precision damage.
Ranged as well. Any damage.
Basically,
that's
like
not
you're
precision. Okay.
yeah. As long like you could target the bow instead of aiming for the chest or the head. You're aiming for like the arms or the legs.
Now, you can do this, Gar, but if you do and it doesn't take him down, you will potentially just lose him because this is effectively a chase. What's going on right now?
Yeah,
so
I'll
you
do it.
can do that. But
Guy's pretty lazy.
Okay.
He'll fall back up. They kind of got away. Whatever, I'll just pay the judge whatever he took. Okay, ready?
I'm ready.
All right, I guess I'll just make a single attack, not full attack, right? Because I have 2 attacks now.
Okay.
Actually, yeah, I guess I've been moving, so I can only make a single attack. Here we go. 19.
Yeah, that is a hit.
All right.
Did you take the -4 already?
Oh, not yet. It'd be a 15. 15 a hit.
I think that's still a hit. Yeah.
Ooh, good thing Gar's a half decent shot. Where did I hit him?
Well, it's really weird. You shoot these arrows. I don't even like.
I
how does it
know, like
non-lethal
I
hit him?
personally
It like
would.
glances off of his. I mean, with the arrow, it make a lot of sense. I guess it like it sort of glances off of him and just sort of. What did you do?
That's
I
cool.
don't see any damage.
Gar lay on hands him when he approaches him and says,
How much damage did you do?
"Oh, let me roll it.
Exactly.
Oh, I'll give you exactly."
8.
8 damage. Non-lethal.
Okay, so after the first arrow, he stumbles but doesn't seem to go down. Continues running. So you got your second shot.
Oh wait, I can make a full attack?
I thought that's what you were attempting to do.
Oh, if I'm allowed, because I just assumed I had been moving, but
Well,
I'll make a full
this
attack.
is sort of this Yeah, this is you get a turn right now, and it was either you could go after him or you could do this.
Yeah, I'll shoot again.
Okay,
Oh,
sure.
14 minus 4.
You have 2 attacks, right? To make that you can make.
I have 3 attacks.
Oh, okay.
Full attack.
14 is a hit as well.
With minus 4 though.
Oh, with
10.
-4, it is a miss. So
Okay.
unfortunately, the arrow goes wide and just sings through the air.
Okay, I'm gonna make my 3rd attack.
Okay.
Oh, minus 4.
Unfortunately, this arrow was also a miss. Very quickly, the boy disappears among the rooftops, and you're unable to find him. Okay, and that's Gar for now. Where were we at? Edward, you are sitting there, and each party member has come down and passed you by. You feel lonely. Well, perhaps you do.
No, I do.
It's up to you how you feel.
Well, I figure I should do something today.
And there's a silence as Edward looks around, unsure of what to do.
Well, maybe I'll just go take a walk.
Actually, if Thurindle is
In front of a
technically
train.
If Thurindle is still sleeping, you might wait for him. But other than that, I don't know. Maybe I'll.
If you do wait for him, he does not come down. Thurindle stays in his room. Well, I mean, you've been sitting there for quite some time as each person comes down, so he hasn't shown up.
Okay, I'll see. Me as a player want to do something else, but Edward would do this, so I guess I'll just go knock at his room.
Mr. Thurindle, sir? You
Go
awake?
away, I'm masturbating. he yells.
It takes some time, but eventually Thurindle does the door and opens it, and he looks at you and says, "Yes, Edward, what is it?"
I hope I ain't bothering you, sir, but I was wondering if you know of a good way to detect someone who was polymorphed, like make him easy to find.
Have you seen my sword?
Shut up! It's different.
It is possible. Well, I don't know if magic works on polymorph creatures. Off the top of any, do they know? Beard.
No, I'm pretty sure it doesn't.
I
Well,
have a
it's
way.
kinda like
I
a
didn't-
divination spell, like
I didn't
find
understand the
locate
question.
person or something.
I have a way to help him if you would just ask me.
Detect magic with that. I don't think so, eh? Because it's like a permanent effect. It's not an ongoing thing, is it?
Locate person? You think that would work? Because that would be better if it can find a specific person,
That
actually.
would work. It would be easy, I would think.
Cool.
There
Okay.
are many.
Do you know that spell? Can you teach it to me?
Do not know that. I can purchase the scroll at some point.
Okay. I mean, I don't know where to. I mean, if you could, because I could know people who sell maybe scrolls in this city, but I think they're. I don't know. I kind of left in a hurry, so I don't think they like me. But I'll pay for it. Sure, that'd be nice.
I
Well,
will look into getting the scroll.
cool. Okay. I won't bother you for much longer then. Thanks. I'll. Did you need anything? I guess I'm gonna go on a walk. Like I don't know, like
That
coffee.
is fine.
Okay,
I'm good. Have a good day, Edward. Thurindle closes his door.
that's cool too. I'll just get some coffee alone.
So I guess at this point, Edward will probably just wander around town. I think it'd be funny if he ended up in a graveyard.
you be- so you begin wandering around town. Every time you strike in a random direction, you end up at a graveyard. But you do eventually make your way to a market where there's lots of you probably haven't experienced all of the things that are available here. Perhaps.
Okay,
So
wait,
there's
wait.
lots of interest.
I
Yeah,
stumbled.
sorry.
I stumble upon a what? I stumble upon a.
Great, you broke him.
Stumble upon what did I say? Oh, a market that
Okay.
has a variety of wares that you're probably not used to. You get a quick meal, and then you see some. There's a vendor with some fruits, some rather nice looking apples, as well some limes, and you see a rat up on top of their stall, which is all. I mean, there's rats all over the place, but it's pretty strange that this one's up there. And it appears to be carrying something, which it throws near the stall, and it makes a clattering sound. This distracts the stall owner, and then the stall grabs and begins to run off.
Okay, so if I understood that correctly, there's a rat who's made a diversion, and some other rat stole some fruits and stuff.
It was all the same rat that did it.
Oh, okay, so just one rat.
So this rat scurries off.
I'm going to attempt to chase that rat.
All right.
Daddy?
You don't have to do so. You indeed follow it to the alleyway where
No, I
you
don't-
see it.
Edward doesn't think that it's his dad because that was a dire rat, but maybe there's a link. So sure, I'll definitely follow.
Oh well, it's a if that's what. Anyways, so you see this thing. It's munching on this app, and as you come to the alleyway, it looks at you, and you two sort of make eye contact. And at which point the rat bolts and just starts scurrying away as it can.
I do a roll to either stealth to it before it sees me, or just I don't know, do a. Oh, you know what I could do? Oh no, that's not gonna work. Wait, actually, you know what? I'm gonna cast Forbid Action on that rat. Are you still there, Benzel?
Forbid act. Yeah,
Yes.
I'm listening. What? Okay.
And basically, I can.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
And I will not overcharge it. So I think it will have. Basically, it's a DC of 17, a will save, and what I'm trying to forbid is movement, so that it can't run away from me and I can grab it, basically.
Okay. So it makes a will save, you said?
Yes, and the DC is a 17. What actually would be 18, but it doesn't matter.
So
and I can't hear shit anymore.
Russell, can you fix Matt's internet?
I'll work on it.
Yeah, I might be able to help if I knew a phone number of service.
And he's gone, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't know if I want to keep playing this tonight because it really sucks.
It is hard as fuck. No, it's true. It's like, what can you do?
I'm hard as fuck.
You guys want to do like 20 minutes of RP and just for fun, and then call it a night?
Well, I want my turn. The thing is like I don't want to miss the downtime stuff. Like if I leave early and everybody else struggles through it, when I come back next week, we're gonna be in the dungeon, and this is what I prefer. I love this stuff. This is fun.
Yeah,
to
the
me.
down. Yeah, the I do like that as well. Just the RP stuff.
Yeah, exactly. You know, so I don't want to miss it.
So the rat passed, and it continued.
See, you know what I mean?
So assuming you're saying that it keeps running away, I'll just keep chasing it like an idiot.
Hello?
Hey.
There. Hello, Benzel.
Benzel?
Benzel.
And he's gone. Yeah, it sucks that his internet sucks, especially when he DMs. Like, I feel like his internet just gets worse. It's not so bad when he's the rental, but when he's DMing. And usually his adventures are pretty fucking cool, and it looks like this is fun as hell, so that's double frustrating.
Yeah, because he's got it well thought out and well planned out. It's just a shame with the internet.
Hello again. Hey, there you are.
The rat passes its save. It runs away corner.
I keep running.
So go after the rat, although casting your spell has greatly reduced his expanded from the rat, and you're a check to continue. I would like a perception or something, perhaps.
Okay, I'll roll that perception. And by the way, I am at a -1. Edward is shit at perception. But he rolls an 18. Oh boy.
So when you might have lost him, it goes to it goes to the end of a dock and scurries down. You run to the dock and look, and you can see that going along a rope that's along the dock and goes to keep going in a direction. You follow him and are running, at which point where you going? This what's his name? This is Newton's area. This is Newton's dock. Can you hear me?
Yeah, sort of. So I think from what I
you're cutting in
understand,
and out, Benzel.
the rats kind of ran away, and then two guys came on the docks.
Rope. You continued to follow it, but you reached a certain spot where two men stopped you and said, "This is Newton's dock." Out here.
I will attempt a bluff, and I will say, "Sorry, sirs, I'm running after that rat. It stole a ring from me. It's got it in his mouth."
They look at each other and begin laughing. Never heard of no five-fingered rat before.
It's
Fuck off.
I don't. Wait, let me roll my fucking bluff though.
Oh yeah.
17.
I believe you, but fuck off anyway.
So they look at you skeptically and say,
No, it's got it in his mouth.
What's it worth to you then? It's ring worth to you?
That's got a lot of sentimental value. It belonged to my father. It's been passed down from generation to generation, you see.
And you lost it to a rat. Well, that's a shame. Well, at least grand.
I'm sorry, sir. You seem to have a speech impediment. I can't hear what you're saying.
Well, at least you got a story for your grandkids. Now off.
Oh, come on. I just need to go. It's not gonna be for long. It's running away.
If you wanna get in here, you can rent for a ship then.
How much But by then the rat's gonna be gone.
Pay the
100
5
gold a day. Not our problem.
Oh, come on. Can you?
You could go around a little more time.
I guess I'll do that. I gotta run after that rat. I don't have time to deal with these idiots.
So standing where you are,
I have to
because
run
it took
after
so
the
long,
rat.
You do see the
I don't have
see the
time.
rat turn a corner and go into a drain. So you run around to the nearest bridge that goes over and you get to the area where the rat went down in the sewer. Now at this point you've lost sight of that, so you will have survival to follow tracks if you're trained in it, or something else if you have it.
I do not have any training in survival.
Do you have anything else that might situation? I wouldn't accept a perception for not to follow the tracks, because you can't do that with perception, to listen.
Sure. That's probably my best bet. I was looking at my spells, but no, I'll try to.
Yeah, if you have spells or anything.
I'll
I
roll
don't
perception
know.
for now,
But
because
anything applicable that.
Because I don't.
So now, despite the sewer being, there's fair here. It's difficult. You hear the rat off traction. Now all is dark.
Yeah, and
Benzel, you're breaking up real bad, dude.
Yeah, sorry, man.
it's kind of even put some fucking sound effects, which is fucking insane, and it's even more infuriating because, like, the fucking sewer with the rat sound is fucking perfect, and it's like so. But yeah, I guess.
Well, like I have like Russell, you're the internet dude. Like, why would it be so bad?
Maybe you just
Why
got a shit
internet's
speed.
See, I don't know even who his provider is. If it was DSL, my first thing I would be trying to figure out is if it's his line or his Wi-Fi connection. It's like, I don't know anything.
Is
much.
he? I
Russell,
guess
you-
It's
Well, because like Weird's calling in from
got
China and we have better
I've
signal.
got it.
You better go there. Us. You always talk about how much you hate your job and like.
Do you guys
working for rich
want to
people.
visit? Do you guys want to visit? I'll come.
We were
Ottawa
gonna
with
do
my
something
girlfriend.
around Christmas when I come back if my
Oh.
wife's shit is done.
Yeah,
man.
I'm gonna show up for sure
Yeah,
if
Matt's
that
gonna go
happens.
too.
I'm gonna make the 6-hour drive. Listening to podcasts the whole time.
Oh yeah, we should do something around Christmas then.
Fuck yeah. I'll bring some booze.
I'll be in Huntsville after Christmas, I think, this year. I'm not sure yet.
Jay.
What, you guys are going down before?
I mean, I don't know actually, but I guess we'll have to see. After Christmas, yeah, that makes sense. After retard? No, that's not retard. It's Edward.
My name is Edward.
Are you sure? I thought it was Dan.
You have polymorphed my father. Prepare to die.
Are we just calling it for the night?
Yes, I mean you guys can't hear me, so I don't
Yeah.
know what to...
That's the most clear you've been.
Yeah, man.
But you
Yeah.
kind of made me feel like a dick for saying, "Are we calling it?" Because then you just come in crystal clear and you're like, "Yeah, I guess."
No.
Anyways,
No, I-
sorry about
I
that,
can
man. That
sympathize,
sucks.
though. My internet does bullshit like this sometimes too.
He's
If you guys wanted to game something,